Y'all ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the New York born, Las Vegas made, always getting paid, with the Usain Bolt fast, the one to beat, but good luck with that. The man who never sleeps, and neither does his podcast. The notorious, the glorious, can do everything except Boris. Has the funniest jokes. Is always woke. The podcast GOAT. The man with the plan. AKA your host, Killer Cam. Now kick back in your seat and we welcome you to the podcast that never sleeps. Killer Cam. And witness greatness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast that never sleeps. I'm your host, Killer Cam, a.k.a. Cam, a.k.a. Chaboy. And with me always, the incorrigible Ja Resurrector, Jared. Ladies and freaking gentlemen, Jared.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Good to be back. Feeling good today, Cam. I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good too, brother. I'm feeling good. Life is good. Life is good.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Life is good.
Life is amazing. And it's this beautiful, finite gift. And it's all about balance and being one with the universe. I'm telling you.
Life slaps is what you're saying. Life
exactly.
fucking slaps.
It's important. It's so important. Just live each day, enjoy each day, enjoy the people that love you, that are willing to even spend time with you. Thank those people
that
today.
have put up with you. Yes.
Right, exactly, because we're all
God
a mess.
bless them.
But
we're all a mess.
we're also all of the same matter. We are all of the same universe. We are
of the same matter. We're made up of the same shit as the stars.
We truly are, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Iron, which is a big part of what makes up human beings, can only be made in the heart of a dying star.
Yeah, actually, that and Stormbreaker.
Yes, so we are all Stormbreaker.
Yes, so we are all Thor's axe.
Woo! Good to be back. Good to be back. All right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Woo. So, you know what we need here is a nice, good old drum sting. All right, we got that out of the way. So, I'm excited. We're back. We had our episode of Crash Talk, and that was a lot of fun.
I love Crash Talk.
Crash Talk is dope. So
I like just talking to you, man. We talk about some fun stuff.
And so when I was going through and I was doing chapters, I was like, dude, we're just, this is what it's supposed to be. We're just talking. We're just doing our thing. And it's, we go from one thing to the other. There's no structure like the TPTNS, like this. We just do our favorite thing. And there we go. What's up, Miss Michael Domino?
Nice.
My favorite podcast, peeps. The best podcast.
Welcome to the chat. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, I'm excited. We got a lot of stuff, and you forgot one of these segments that we're going to be doing, and I'm very, very happy to explain to you what it was, because when you remember, when I explain, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, let's go."
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited.
Yes.
I like surprises. I'm big into surprises.
Yes. So, anyway, real quick. Let's start off with just what's up. So how was your week? Did you do anything fun, exciting, anything crazy, anything nuts happen? What we got
this past week?
This past week.
Honestly, the highlight of this past week was us doing that new Crash Talk show. I thought that was just a lot of fun. It's been fun just getting a ton of feedback from people, just whether it's through chat or email messages or things. It's just cool to get some feedback about the show. That really makes me happy because I love doing this. I love talking about this stuff with you. So it's fun to know that other people are finding these topics interesting and wanting to jump in on the conversation. That was huge. My little girl, she played a tournament, soccer tournament, this past week, and they got to the very final match, right? It was them and one other team for first or second in the league, and they didn't win that game, but they won both tournament championship games leading up to it, and they freaking lost by 1 point. I was very proud. My daughter was
by 1 point.
She was all up in it. Yeah, they traveled out of town for it, and then afterwards, the whole team went up and went snowboarding and skiing in Bryan Head together.
Oh, sick!
Right? They're becoming like a real cool team. So that was like a big highlight for me, watching her really get close with her teammates and slaying it together and overcoming disappointment together. And they do it with such grace. So that was a big thing for me this week.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, my child actually lost the tournament to your child. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any kids.
I know. That wasn't him?
No. That'd be great. So, one thing that you totally forgot about, and I'm so excited to remind you, is our amazing segment that everybody loves.
The best segment.
The best segment, one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Marvel Minutia.
Hey!
Let's fucking go.
Love the Marvel Minute.
The Marvel Minute. Everybody does. How can you not?
It's
the best.
true.
It's the best minute.
It's
the best minute on the internet.
The longest
dare
minute.
I say. So,
Ever.
Jared. Uh-oh.
Talk to me.
Something's up, dude. Something happened. Something happened, and it's crazy. Do you know what happened?
What?
The Marvel Minute has been hijacked.
Oh, my God.
By the DCU, by the Justice League. They have hijacked the Marvel Minute, and they are taking over.
We're getting this report now. The DC Universe has encroached on the Marvel Minute and has taken full control, or custody, if you will, of...
Temporary custody. Ladies and gentlemen,
custody.
This is not a drill. They have taken over temporary custody. The Justice League, who we thought were virtuous, are people who are now thieving and stealing. This is not usual.
No, this is very unusual behavior, unusual talking, strange accents
To
in
say
our voices.
the very least. What country?
So this is cool.
And
So
what
wait,
time
hold on. Let me
period?
unpack this. You're telling me that the DC Universe has somehow taken custody of the Marvel freaking Minute.
They did it.
And so instead of the Marvel Minute, it's the DC Minute?
No.
Okay, good.
It's the DC Takeover Deca Minute.
Wow, I love this name.
I know.
We're going to have to
that was
dial
a
that
planned
in.
out name that took me about 4 hours.
We'll dial it in. Okay,
We'll get
so
it
I
there.
get it now.
We'll
This
get
is
her.
cool. This is exciting. Why are they taking over? Do they have something to reveal, or did something
Nope.
exciting happen in the DC world?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, they just they're more powerful than we are. So
BS.
yeah.
I would love to have that conversation. The DC versus Marvel. If we really did it,
Yeah.
Marvel wins.
Ooh, yeah. Oof. Superman.
Superman has a counterpart.
Yeah, Hyperion.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what's his name? The other guy is Sentry.
Icarus.
Icarus.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a few.
Hi, Tina Mac. Miss Michael Domino said it's great when we do the impression of the news broadcast.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, we are getting information now that we are being appreciated for the impression of the news broadcasters.
Right, and it's Miss Michael Domino by a nose. That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like
Yeah.
horse. It's a horse race.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Just by a hair, and of course the horses have to be named the craziest things in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, vaporizing minuscule has
Yeah,
just
silly
taken the lead
Yeah, just random.
from honky tonk bluegrass yellow jeans.
I'm pretty sure they just open like a thesaurus and they just pick like 4 random words and put them together.
No, yeah, they take a thesaurus, they rip out a bunch of pages, they rip them up and they throw them in the air, and whichever ones they catch.
No, they actually use a spear and
No,
spear
I'm
the
telling
pages.
you how they do it. Oh yeah, that is.
And then all the
Well, that's
pages
how
that they
used to do it.
spear.
Yeah, that's pre 1944.
Yeah, no, like ancient Greece. Actually, I think that's where it originated.
Ancient was it
Stupidest
Greece?
thing.
Yeah, what?
Okay,
no.
tell me about it. I want to know.
So check it out.
Okay.
Look at what we got going on
Whoa,
here.
we got a slate.
We got a slate. So DC has released a slate of movies, and
Dude, that's a lot of movies.
a lot of movies, TV shows, and so they have the DCU, and now it's not the DCUU or the DC Extended Universe. It is the DCU. It is definitive. That is what they're calling it.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know much about this, and that's why I'm glad you're bringing it up. So
got
I'm
you.
more of the I follow Marvel. I
Yes,
love it.
You're a Marvel stan.
I still love DC movies, even the ones that most people hate. I still enjoy. I've seen the
Justice-
cartoon films too.
Batman v Superman.
Yeah, Batman vs
and
Superman.
Suicide Squad.
I
you
loved
enjoyed?
both of those films. Yeah.
The
But
work of the devil.
But I didn't know they were working on something big. The last I heard was basically Guardians of the Galaxy director
James Gunn.
James Gunn. He comes in and decides he's going to reboot the entire DCEU. And there was already like Superman was on the slate, like with Henry Cavill. There was a new Wonder Woman coming out. They had some cool stuff that I actually was excited about.
Oh yeah.
Gone, wiped clean.
Clean slate. Yep.
Yeah, they're rebooting it all. Now, this could have something to do with this, the Flash movie coming out? Because, the Flash can change timelines.
Oh, yeah. So the Flashpoint paradox, he changes the timeline, and then he has to go back and try and fix it.
That's what they're doing here?
It's where, yes.
So these are all these movies are the result of whatever happens in Flash?
Yes.
That's cool. Okay.
So here's what we got.
I'm in.
So first, to start off the DC universe.
Go.
They got Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Shazam's one of my freaking favorite. I love that guy.
Really?
The guy that plays Shazam, he's so freaking funny.
Zachary Levi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole tone of the
Chuck.
movies.
Chuck.
What do you think of Shazam?
I thought it was fine. I thought it was passable.
You didn't think it was great?
No,
You
not
didn't think it was
great. I
fun
thought it was
and
fun.
funny?
I thought it was
and,
fun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
My favorite part is when they have crew members accidentally in the shot.
Aw.
So when they're when they're flying through the mall,
Yeah.
there's actually crew members standing there with walkie-talkies and stuff. So cleverly, what they did is they scrubbed out the walkie-talkies and they put
Yeah.
shopping bags in their hands. So it looks
that's
like
great.
they're just
Okay. I was gonna say
very smart.
nowadays there should never be that problem.
Ever. And yeah, they fixed it. So first, Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods.
Okay.
So now we know the whole Shazam fam, the whole damn Shazam
Wait, what
fam.
happens to Black Adam now? Is he still in this? No, they can't get rid of Black Adam. That was the best part of the DCU. Oh, come on.
Gone.
He was about to do something great. Did you watch Black Adam?
Of course.
Such a freaking good movie. He's so
okay.
good at that character. No, because Black Adam's a great character. Imagine him fighting Superman. Oh, we lost all of that?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's all gone.
I'm disappointed.
And he got Cavill to come back and everything.
yeah, that's what I heard.
It's
I'm
gone.
disappointed. I don't know. This takeover's upsetting.
Yeah. Hey, it's a takeover's a takeover,
better-
baby. There's gonna be casualties.
Here's the thing:
my
is
man.
no one ever accused DC of doing it right. They've never, they were never like, oh, these guys are right there with Marvel. Like, look at how well they're doing.
Yeah.
It was always not as good.
No, it was
not
never,
as good.
They're never it was never
Underwhelming.
like neck and neck. Like who's gonna fucking come out on top with these? Yeah. It's like, is it gonna be Batman v Superman or Civil War? It's like, no, it's gonna be Civil War.
Always.
It's gonna be Captain
So I
America.
feel like they're constantly disappointing me.
Yes.
And the few things I was excited for, they took away, and
They're
I'm
gone.
disappointed again. This sucks.
Yeah, that sucks for
It's a
you,
cool
especially.
slate, and I'm all for making superhero movies because I'll
Just
talk to you
period.
about them.
Yeah,
fucking
exactly,
honestly, close friends or family. We make it the Marvel movies is a whole family affair with the whole family. I mean, how many of these have we done together as a family? I'm talking with my daughter, our parents, fiance. Like we're all there. We've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Not
Yep.
with DC though.
No. So check it out. First, we got, like I said, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and it's basically Shazam 2, and but no Black Adam. I think he maybe will have a cameo. But that's not like something that they
so disappointing.
said. I know.
Can't.
So next, we have the Flash movie, and this is where things start getting real serious. So you've seen the trailer for the Flash movie?
Wait, the Flash is after Shazam. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yes.
So I hate watching trailers when it gets close to the end of it because then they start giving everything away.
Yes.
So the only trailer I've seen, I did see Michael Keaton's Batman. I did see Supergirl like locked up in a cage under a red sun. Possibly in Batman's cave. Actually, he might be holding her hostage. I think is what's happening. Michael Keaton's Batman is so cool.
No, it looked like she was at a prison of some kind.
Yeah,
I think
Batman would be the one to hold him. If anyone was going to capture Superman and hold them, it would be Batman.
I think when she crash landed, what happened was that
The government,
whatever government, wherever she landed, they're like, oh, you're out.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like science fiction. And this
Yeah.
this is actually happening.
It sounds like science fiction.
And we do this shit all the time.
I know.
Do you know they
crazy
still
sons of
haven't
bitches.
found the wreckage of the UFOs they shot down over Michigan?
Do you believe they
And
haven't
Alaska?
found it?
I don't. I think it's absurd in today's world that if we know where something was shot down, we should be able to watch the debris fall.
Sure.
We have the technology to watch it live. How do we not know where it is? That's
It's
silly
madness.
to
It's
me.
bullshit. Yes. So okay. So the Flash movie.
Yeah.
You've heard of the Flashpoint paradox, correct?
Yes, I do know
So
about that.
what is that? What that does is it sort of resets the whole timeline, and that's what they're going to do here. So if you can see for you viewers, it actually says universe reset right after the Flash movie.
Oh, that's not a movie.
No,
That's them letting us
that's
know.
letting us
Game,
know.
Game over.
Oh yeah,
start
all that
new.
shit with Cavill, Superman, and Affleck's Batman. Gone.
A few things we liked.
Yeah, I thought.
But
Cavill
Gunn
was a
is
great
great.
Superman.
Guardians
James
is great. Fucking Suicide Squad was so amazing. Holy crap.
Zack Snyder's Suicide Squad was fucking amazing.
Zack Snyder's
The Snyder Cut.
Suicide Squad.
Nope. Yep. James Gunn's the Suicide
James Gunn's
Squad.
Suicide Squad was so
Zack
good.
Snyder. Yeah, you were so perplexed.
Yeah, I was like, damn,
Yes.
you did a version of that too that we didn't get?
Yeah,
Fuck
he just
you,
cut in
DC.
every movie again, yeah.
Give us the goods.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
The what?
The fucking good.
That's what I thought you said. So don't get upset. So then after that, they're doing Blue Beetle. Tell me, you know about Blue Beetle?
No, never heard of Blue Beetle. I've heard of the Tick.
Cool.
Okay.
And I've heard of Mountains. What?
Yeah.
Anyway, unrelated.
I've heard of Mountains.
Stupid.
Okay. Unrelated. I
so,
get it.
Yeah. So Blue Beetle.
It's not the Tick.
Oh, it is the Dick. No. So Blue Beetle. So it's this kid Jaime.
Escalante.
Yeah.
Yes. How do I reach these kids?
Stupid.
That's him.
Yeah. Sure. So Blue Beetle. So what he is he's a he's just some regular kid. He's
Okay.
like a Spider-Man.
Like
Just a
Shazam.
regular kid.
Oh, okay.
And no, not that young. Yeah. And then he gets a hold of this crazy alien technology, and he
In the form of a
becomes
blue beetle?
The Blue Beetle.
And okay, all right, maybe we'll see. I mean,
And then this will make you happy.
doesn't sound
Next
fun.
is Aquaman.
I like the Aquaman movies.
And
Action, adventure on the high seas, buried treasure, lost ancient civilization,
Aquaman and the Lost
mythology
Kingdom.
coming to life. I love it.
So I know they cut a lot of Mira's parts out because what's her name is the devil incarnate.
She
Amber
has that
Heard.
whole thing.
Amber
Yeah.
Heard's
I hate
Mira.
when they replace actresses.
I know, me
even
too.
if they are shitting on people's beds.
Yeah, which is common.
I'd rather not
occurrence.
recast.
Yeah. And so after that, then we start getting into some stuff that not everybody's heard of, and then some bold, pun intended, movements.
Can you? Oh no, sorry, I didn't want. Go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
I would just say, if you were to pull out the top 3 things that you're looking forward to, what would they be?
So jumping ahead, and then we'll get back to it.
Sure.
Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, I saw this.
I won't explain what that is until later.
Okay.
Superman Legacy
Cool.
and Joker Folie à Deux.
Okay. Oh yeah. So did they recast Harley Quinn for this?
Yeah, you don't know who it is?
Who is it?
Lady Gaga.
Oh, I did hear this.
Yeah,
Genius.
very. I
She'd
think
be a
it'll
good Harley
great.
Quinn, even though.
Margot Robbie's
Oh my
perfect.
God, Margot Robbie.
Perfect.
It's like she was made out of
Mr. J.
CGI.
Yeah,
to
no, it's
play this
perfect.
character.
So Creature Commandos. It's sort of off the wall. I don't think a lot of people are gonna love it,
Mm.
but I think it's gonna be the next like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Where it's like something you don't expect. So there's like a vampire, a werewolf. It's all like that kind
I
of
don't
stuff.
mind that stuff. Okay.
Sure, but
Kind of like what Marvel's starting to do with the Marvel monsters.
sure, but this
Okay.
stuff is very like fringe. Not a lot. Have you heard of Creature Commandos before?
No, but not a lot of
No,
people have
nobody
heard
has.
of fucking Werewolf or Elsa Bloodstone either.
Warwolf. Why do you keep saying Warwolf?
That's his name, Warwolf. It's not werewolf, it's Warwolf. Remember? He has a gun. He's a werewolf.
In
In Marvel.
In what Marvel property? though?
Marvel Monsters. He's part of the Marvel Monsters with Bloodstone, Elsa Bloodstone.
No.
What do you
That's
mean,
not
no?
Warwolf.
Yeah.
That's Werewolf by Night is the name of that character.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about a character named Werewolf.
I know of the
Okay,
character,
yeah.
but
He's a good guy.
He's never been in a property. He's
No,
never
not
been-
yet, but he is a comic
Oh,
book
you're just
character.
mentioning him.
He's from Marvel's Monsters, and they just did their first Elsa Bloodstone installment, which means if you're going to bring in a werewolf character into Marvel Monsters, Werewolf would be a great choice. That's the only reason. I mean, I didn't mean to derail anything.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
okay,
he's
so
a fucking werewolf.
Okay. No, I know. I played the game where you figured out about that character as well. So then we got Waller.
He's in Marvel's Monsters, the actual comic book. I watched the. I don't read them,
read
but
the comic book?
no, I watched the comic. The comic historian or whatever he's called.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he'll go through and read the
story.
comics to you. It's like an audio book for comics. If
And
you
we-
don't
yeah.
do this and you like comics, do it.
I take them in bite size and I read them back to
Yeah,
you
it's
dramatically.
It's a great way to catch up on tons
that
of stuff
comic
you can't
historian
buy.
and Comics Explained, both really good channels.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then we got a Waller based on Amanda Waller. Viola Davis is coming back as Amanda Waller.
Good.
If
recasts.
I've heard correctly. And then so that's going to be about her. I heard it was going to be really cool and sort of like totally different than all the other
Okay.
movies. And then we got Superman Legacy.
Okay, you're excited about this one for what
Yes,
reason?
because it's rebooting Superman. So this is like not year one Superman, but it's like Superman early on, not old.
Do you know
Superman.
what it's based on yet? What comic or anything? Or
Yeah, mostly
Rise
it's
of the
based on
Superman?
All-Star Superman.
oh, okay. Okay.
Which I don't know if you've seen. I
No.
know you watch a lot of the Warner Brothers animated stuff, so maybe you have.
Yeah.
But All-Star Superman, check it out if you want to know what's going
Yeah,
on.
I haven't
here.
seen that.
So then they're doing the freaking
Lantern Corps.
Lanterns.
Finally. Cool.
Live action series. So it's Lanterns going to be about Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan.
Good. You didn't
Dope.
like the original Green Lantern, huh?
No.
I know a lot of people didn't. Even the
Ryan fucking
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds doesn't like it. I don't think it's that bad, really. I don't.
And then I think it is that bad. And then we have the Authority. So what the Authority is they're sort of like the great comic book artist James Lee. I'm totally forgetting his name right now. But it's some just like that. He's like my favorite comic book
Oh,
artist
that
too.
sucks. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. But he created his own. He left DC Comics and created his own comic book company, and he created the Authority. And there's characters that are similar to what's up.
There it is. I was just looking at the chat.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to be able to read
Yeah.
this. So the Authority, they're their own like sort of Justice League, but they are a little different.
Okay, so maybe Inhumans, or like if we're trying to relate it to Marvel,
The best.
the Illuminati.
No, it would be more like the Justice League from like Earth 2 or something. It would be that's what it would be closest to.
So it has characters we do know.
No, like similar. Like instead of Batman, it's a guy who is basically Batman. Instead of Superman, it's basically Superman. Instead of Wonder Woman, it's basically Wonder Woman. Yeah, but and then we have Paradise Lost. Can you imagine what that series is about?
Paradise Lost. Yes, I would think it's something to do with the destruction of Themyscira.
That's exactly what it is.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Nice.
And so that might be cool. So it's from what I've heard, it's before Diane. It's before Diana. It's before Diana Prince and Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
So it's just going to be.
Oh,
like
the
Themyscira.
story of, and probably why they isolate.
Sure.
I love that. They touched on it slightly.
Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And it was fun. Remember all the gods and the wars of man.
Dude, that
and all
scene
that stuff?
in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
When they're all
When
there.
the gods show up and shooting lightning at everybody. It's the
Oh no, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. But I'm talking just when they're protecting the mother box.
yeah, that's so great too.
Dude, and she's like, and he's like, what does he say? I want your fear or whatever.
He says, yeah, because the fear runs there. Yeah, he says, show me your
Or
fear.
whatever. And he's, and then the queen's like, Amazons, show them
yeah.
your fear. And then they say, we have no fear.
And then they start
So
ripping
dope.
them up. Yeah.
And then that
I love
scene
those,
where they're
those
just,
gals.
he's chasing the box. So they fucking drown him in the whole building.
Oh, yeah.
And then he pops up with the paradigms and she's like, fuck.
Yeah, what can you
I
do?
just lost all my homegirls.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all dead, and these fools are still alive and chasing me. And they go,
That's
they
what they
shoot
trained
the
for,
arrow, and Steppenwolf almost has the box in his grasp,
And
then
they keep
pull it,
shooting
and they
it, pulling it, shooting
yeah,
it,
pull
yeah.
it on the back of the horse. So cool.
It's a
moving it from-
great, yeah, and that scene was completely
scene.
cut out.
So fucking
Gone,
insane,
yeah.
dude.
One of the best scenes
Joss
of the film.
Whedon was like losing his mind.
I
Anyway,
agree.
next we have Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Okay, so what's this one? Because the only ones I look at this list and think I'm excited for. Superman Legacy did sound exciting.
Sure.
This Batman one sounds exciting.
Brave and the Bold,
And
yeah.
then whatever this Batman thing at the bottom is.
Yes, so those are Elseworld. So that Batman thing is going to be the
Is it live action?
it's Pattinson's Batman 2.
Oh, okay. So they're still doing those.
Yep,
Oh my
those are
goodness.
going to be called Elseworld though.
And they're all combined somehow. Like they'll be able to move between universes,
No.
like Marvel.
No, so the Joaquin's Joker
Will never meet
Pattinson's
Leto's Joker.
Elseworld. They will never meet. Yeah, they're separate universes.
Okay.
Universe I. They're gravitic, if you will.
Okay. Well, good for DC. They're planning anti-gravitic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
right.
word.
You're tooting your own horn because you used it last episode or on Crash Talk.
It's a good word.
So Batman the Brave and the Bold, starring Bruce Wayne,
Yep.
aka Batman, and
Catwoman.
Robin.
Oh yeah.
But a specific Robin, my least favorite Robin.
Go for it.
The worst Robin. Your favorite probably, because
Yep.
he's the worst.
If it's Damian Wayne, it's my favorite.
It's Damian Wayne.
How could you not like him?
Because he's the fucking actual worst.
He's the best.
So here's the best. Ready
He's
in order.
Batman with who was trained from birth basically to be an assassin.
Ra's al Ghul trained him to be a sycophant.
And he's Bruce
That
Wayne's
means
son.
crazy.
His
People
genetics.
who don't understand me. Yeah. It's his genetics, but he's a
Oh, not just
fucking
his. His genetics with
Talia,
Raish's daughter.
Talia al Ghul. Yeah.
That's some genetics.
It's a hell of a
That's
yeah,
power
yeah,
couple. If you're gonna
fucking
make
it's
a
a
kid
power
to
couple.
be a freaking assassin,
But
those
he's an
are some good
assassin. That's the
ones.
thing. He's this fucking psychopath.
He is
and that's
a
why the
psycho.
Injustice
He's a
storyline
dark Robin.
is so cool. He is. So my favorite Robin in order, my favorite Robins, the last, I'll just get her out of the way. The one from The Dark Knight Returns, Carrie, whatever. She means nothing to me. She
Okay.
was in a one-off. She's one-off.
Right.
Anyway,
Doesn't count.
number one, my favorite, Jason Todd,
Okay.
who becomes the Red Hood. Yes, badass. Second favorite, Dick Grayson, who becomes Nightwing.
And doesn't he transcend into some sort of ghost being that can travel and inhabit people's bodies and stuff when he gets killed?
No, that's a different character.
No, that's him. And I can't remember who gives him that ability. It's one of the some cosmic entity when he gets killed by Damian Wayne, kills him accidentally. He kills Nightwing.
He kills him in Injustice. He throws this fucking thing at him.
And remember, he gets brought back as a spirit that can go through, and he helps to try and fix what Superman's been doing. That is part of the story. Yeah, interestingly enough.
Really?
So we have a ghost Robin, Nightwing, and he can take over your a body and then make people do things and he's trying to fix the evil Superman's mess, basically. Superman gets driven crazy because Lois Lane gets murdered.
Yeah.
He decides he's the only one with the ability to cause world peace, and whenever somebody thinks that, world peace usually comes out of war. So his whole thing is,
peace.
disarm everybody against their will, watch everybody at all times. Anyone who does anything wrong is, punishable by death. He becomes an
They wanted
extreme
to get rid of crime before it even happened.
autocratic monster.
They went in Injustice 2. He goes into Arkham and just starts
Killing them,
executing
everybody. Yeah,
people.
he gets dark, and
Superman loses his shit.
so Nightwing has to become a ghost to help.
Because there's a character, not the Spirit, it's something like that though, but that's what he does. So he's a cop by day, and then he becomes the
My
Spirit
city
or
sleeps.
something. Yeah,
My city birds. Yeah, whatever the spirit.
The
guy with-
Spirit is
yeah,
great.
That's a good
that
one,
movie
yeah.
directed
And
by.
the
Do you know who
actor's
directed
the
Frank?
best.
Damn it! I almost
Miller,
gave it away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who directed Frank Miller?
What was the main character, the girl's name? I always thought it was so weird. Every time he would
Pussy
say it. No, could not have been that.
I know.
It's
But that
remember some weird name. She's the diamond thief. You don't remember who I'm talking about? His main love interest.
Scarlett Johansson
No.
in The Spirit.
Yeah, it's not Scarlett Johansson. No.
She's in that movie though.
No,
you know
it's
this.
what's her name? Eva Mendes, I think. Eva Mendes.
Oh, Eva Mendes
Yeah,
is in
that
there,
is.
right?
Yeah. What's her name?
Do you see? Can you see? Oh, sans serif.
Sans serif. It's the type of font inside of Word, sans serif. And I
Sure.
thought it was funny that was her name in the movie. I don't know if you knew that.
What did I
Sans
say?
serif.
Silk and Floss is Scarlett Johansson's name in it.
Yeah, she's silk.
Jamie King's in it.
something.
Oh, Octopus. That's why I was thinking Puss, because Samuel L. Jackson is the Octopus, which brings us to something we're going to talk about later regarding Octopus.
Maybe we should get to it.
Let's finish up this.
Yeah, what do we got
Marvel
left?
minute?
Because DC definitely took over.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool though. I like seeing that they're working on some big stuff. That's fun.
Oops.
Hey, what's going on, Chase?
Oh, Chase in the chat, my boy. All right, so let's make sure we got this here. All right, next, real quick, let's burn through these. So it's Damian Wayne, which is fine. I'm sure it's going to be a great movie. Then we have Booster Gold. Booster Gold is a very cool character. You don't know who Booster Gold is, do you?
No.
So Booster Gold he's just some like schlum and just a real nobody, a real chump. But he comes from the future.
Okay.
And so he uses future tech to time travel back in time with all this cool tech.
Cool.
And so he becomes a superhero celebrity.
Almost Kang-like.
Sure, but like he does it just for the clout.
Yeah, just for
He has like
celebrity.
he has like in some variations he has like even like what are like the ads on his, what are they called?
Sure, yeah.
Like the
Product
sponsors
placement,
and
yeah.
shit. Yeah, sponsors. Anyway, and then Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. That's a new Supergirl movie. And then Swamp Thing, of course. And then the Elseworld stuff, we're going to have Joker, Batman, we already have had. And then we're going to have Joker, Folly of Do. We're going to have Batman 2. We're going to have Titans, Teens Go. And then, what is this here?
Super Lois.
Superman and Lois, the CW show that nobody
that's
gives
already on, I think.
a fuck about. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, there's some cool movies looking like they're coming up.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that was the fucking a Marvel Minute.
The Marvel Minute that got
taken over by DC. Octopus could be aliens. Ooh.
Yeah, I think there's actually a theory about that.
Speaking of octopi,
Yeah,
actually, before we even get there, I have something to say, and it's quite important.
yeah.
Jared, you ready?
And we should get into what the topic is before we jump into it.
Yes, but so we'll get to the topic in a second. First, I need to do something, and it's very important. I need to thank you guys. Guys, thank you so much. All of you that watch, we appreciate the heck out of you. All of you that are subscribed, all of you that hit that like button, that hit that subscribe button, that are commenting and live in the chat, you guys are the best. We appreciate you so very much. And yeah, Jared wanted to say something really touching and heartfelt, and this is planned. So go for it, Jared. I know you're working on this for a while.
I did. I forgot my notes, so I'll riff it.
Riff it.
No, I really enjoy having these conversations, and I really enjoy when you guys jump in. So yes, thank you so much. The more people we can get involved in these conversations, I think the more interesting they'll become. The more different types of people that have video requests, the more interesting the show can become. So the show is so driven by the audience.
Yep.
And that's what makes it special, I think.
Do not be scared to call in.
Yeah.
Please do not be afraid to call in.
Yeah, but thank you. That's it.
All right. Yeah. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, back to the show.
Yeah.
So for today's episode,
Yes.
we have something very special planned because previously, if you recall, which I'm sure you do, we did an episode of surviving.
Yeah. And it was a well-received episode. A lot of people
was.
really liked it.
Yeah.
Talked about it. Couldn't believe some of these situations people
Yep.
survived.
Yep.
Unreal. Fun episode to do, though.
It was a lot of fun to do, a lot of fun to research, a lot of fun. Yeah. And so we're like, that's so sick that these people had these crazy encounters with sharks, with so many, crazy things we talked about.
Yeah.
What about the people who weren't so lucky?
Yeah.
People who didn't make it. And not just people who didn't make it, but people who were killed specifically for the information that they had.
Ooh,
Curious stuff.
I like this.
I like it.
People killed for what they knew. That's good.
For their information.
That's a cool topic. That's interesting. All right. I'm excited.
People who were murdered for their information.
In a world where fact and fiction can be blurred.
Yeah. We're in a world where fact and fiction are one? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, what that fucking guy said. We now bring to you the end of our nonsense.
Yes.
So, people who died for their information. I am going to be discussing a sweet, sweet gentleman who was murdered over an octopus.
Question mark?
Question mark, exclamation point, ellipses.
Question mark again. Hashtag what?
Hashtag what?
Hashtag
No T.
octopus?
Yeah. Hashtag octo, hashtag puss, hashtag, hashtag, hashtag,
Giggity.
hashtag,
Okay.
giggity.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm excited.
yeah.
I don't know this story. I've never heard this story. I'm excited to hear it.
So, an octopus
Dígame.
attacked this ship, and there's this guy Nemo, and I'm just kidding.
I was
So
gonna say, wait.
I've heard this one before.
It was a squid.
Well, they're 20,000 leagues under the sea.
It wasn't an octopus. I heard this one.
It wasn't a squid or an octopus. It was just a crazy creature.
Giant squid.
It looked like a giant squid, but
Well, giant squids are real. They
no,
are.
yeah, for sure.
Did you know octopus can eat shark?
Why did it sound like you spoke another language and like you don't know how to use?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Like it was through
Plurality.
Google Translate.
Yeah.
You know, did octopus eat shark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like.
Javelin missile?
By the way, as far as DC goes, watch Titans on HBO. So sick, dude.
I've been meaning to forever,
Live
and I
action,
will.
my boy.
I will.
But yes, the Octopus Investigator.
Okay.
So let's get into this. So it's pretty fucking wild, dude. And
That sounds crazy. I
yeah.
can't imagine being killed over an octopus.
Joseph, yeah. Well, I'm being a little silly. So
Okay.
Joseph Daniel Casalero is how it's
Ooh,
pronounced.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't know this name. This is new information. I'm liking it.
I'm liking it.
Teach
I'm liking it.
me.
Oops. All right. Let's I shall teach you the ways of the dragon, my friend. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Not that.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what-
really dragging this on.
Oh. Oh, dang. This
Slate
is
'em.
really going to be unfortunate.
Oh, why? What's up?
Because I didn't reset OBS. I don't have all those videos queued up.
Who cares? They take 2 seconds to search and play.
But I had them all in a nice little.
But it seems that it
curated-
never matters that you do that. So let's just go. You know what I mean? Because we have this conversation every episode.
All right. Well, fudge me.
Yeah, let's just. But did you have a video of this guy?
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. I got a few videos, and then all your videos.
Yeah, you can tell me
we
the
should've just
story.
reset OBS.
Yeah, you still can.
Oh my gosh! Here's what we're gonna do. Ready?
Do it. The audience loves when we do this. I think the number
will
one
you-
comment we get is, "Hey, how come you guys don't ever have the videos queued up?" It's like we do.
I know.
I
and
don't
shit
know
just
why.
Happens. Okay, so talk to the audience, Jared.
Well, so check it out. So while Cameron's working on that,
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about it, but I'll talk to the audience about it. So I thought it was an interesting idea, right? People that were killed for things that they knew. Like, first thing I go to are like conspiracy theories, things like that. And then I started thinking about where we are today. What are the things that are facing humanity? Like, what are the crises that we're in? And what are the ideas that could fix or change the world for the better? So I started looking at those. And then I started finding out that there's a lot of these amazing things that have been discovered or discussed just in this past 100 years that world-changing ideas and breakthroughs that were never heard from again. And most of the people that came up with these ideas weren't heard from again either. So that's where I dove into. So I can't wait. There's some stories I've been wanting to tell you while I was, kind of learning about this stuff or looking into some of this stuff. I had to stop myself from calling you to tell you about some of this stuff. It's just freaking insane. It's wild. So I'm excited at least to show you those things.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them. So I figured it out. I'm a fucking genius, and I've done it, my friend. So you're welcome is all I got to say.
Yay.
Yeah. So this is crazy. So let's just start off
So this
here.
is the octopus guide.
This
Do we
is-
need to know anything up front before the video?
Let's
Okay.
start here. Not to my recollection.
Nice.
So let's start here and let's rock and roll, baby. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me make sure that it looks nice and good. Boom. Does that look pretty? Yeah, I think that'll do. We could actually even crop this a little bit. I know the audience loves this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool beans. Ready?
Kill yourself.
Agreed. So
I mean, holy cow.
Let me just tell you a little bit about Joseph, about
Okay.
Daniel, I guess.
Yeah,
you
what
meant
is this guy? Why
So
is
he was an
dead?
American freelance writer who came to public attention in 1991 when he was found dead in the bathtub
the
in
90s,
room
okay.
517 of the Sheraton Hotel, which is what we were
Okay.
just looking at, and that's in Martinsburg, West Virginia, the Mecca, the greatest place in the world where everybody visits.
Well, no, West Virginia is actually very
The
government.
Mecca.
NSA, you've got the major data centers that house like all of the
Langley?
big, yeah, exactly. You've got all the big government operations. You got the NSA, you've got server farms, government server farms in Virginia, the biggest in the country.
Yeah.
All telecommunication services, all meet at these data centers in Virginia, actually. So there is a technology mecca, so to speak, if we wanted to use that word, in Virginia. Virginia is a big place to put this kind of stuff because of its proximity to DC. And when you're dealing in information, sending and sharing it, it's all about distance. You can only send information as fast as the speed of light. So that's your limit. So the closer you are, the faster your information can get there using the speed of light. So that's why you want to be as close as possible to places like Washington, D.C., if you're working on government projects and such like that. Just in case it has something to do with this.
No, but curious.
Interesting info, right?
But good info, yeah. So this is him. This is Mr. Casalero. So his wrists were slashed a dozen times. The medical examiner ruled the death a suicide. Okay. So his death became controversial because his notes suggested he was in Martinsburg to meet a source about a story he called the Octopus.
Uh-oh.
Ah, there it comes. This centered around, check this out. This centered around a sprawling investigation, a collaboration investigation
Okay.
of an international cabal, also featuring the 1980s Inslaw case. Have you heard of the Inslaw case? It was real big.
No.
So it's about a software manufacturer whose owner was accused the Justice Department of stealing his work product. So journalist Ron Rosenbaum writes that the Inslaw story alone is enough to drive a sane man to madness. And that was one of the many arms of this octopus. So let me explain a little more. So Inslaw's founder, this guy, William A. Hamilton,
Okay.
in a previous position with the U.S. Justice Department, had helped develop a program called PROMIS, short for Prosecutors Management Information System, right?
Okay.
And PROMIS was designed to organize the paperwork generated by law enforcement and the courts. So this was revolutionary. This technology was so helpful. It was organizing all
Yeah,
of this.
because they're a mess.
A mess.
Yeah, I've actually consulted for government agencies around how to store their data, how to build infrastructure, right? How to move it, how to secure it.
Sure,
They are a mess.
Yep, I'm sure they were even worse prior to PROMIS.
Oh yeah. No, you're talking 90s. Yeah, barely figuring it out. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So after he left the Justice Department, Inslaw's founder Hamilton alleged that the government had stolen PROMIS and had distributed it illegally, robbing him of millions of dollars. And the department denied this, insisting that they owned it because Hamilton
course.
worked for them at the time, right?
Son of a bitch.
I know.
And they're probably right. He
This-
probably signed it away.
So this caused Inslaw to go bankrupt. Poor guys. Check this out though. A federal bankruptcy judge ruled in 1988 that the department had indeed taken the software by, quote, trickery, fraud, and deceit.
Yeah.
A decision upheld by a federal district court in 1988, but overturned on appeal in 1991. I know.
So yeah.
So the octopus also involved the October surprise theory. Have you heard of the October surprise?
No.
So this is a trip. Okay. So the October surprise basically posits that during the Iran hostage crisis, do you remember this in the
Yep.
80s?
Of course.
66 Americans were held hostage in Iran since November 4th of 1979.
Yeah.
And then after Reagan won, on the day of his inauguration, in fact, minutes after concluding his 20-minute inaugural address, the Islamic Republic of Iran announced the release of the hostages. Right? So the timing gave rise to allegations of, they're like, wait, hold on. This timing is a little fishy.
Like a backroom deal of some kind?
So so allegation that representatives of Reagan's presidential campaign had conspired with Iran to delay the release until after the election to thwart President Jimmy Carter from pulling off an October surprise. Yeah.
Ooh. So this
Yeah.
is election tampering now.
Yeah, so October surprise, also similar with like the Hillary situation when they came out with that information that screwed her over.
That was
against Trump,
interesting,
remember?
right?
That
What
was
an
another
interesting thing.
October surprise because we vote in November, right?
And as far as I know, the people who made that decision to release that information about Hillary did so because they felt that the election was won, that
Yep.
it would have had no
Game over,
bearing
yep.
on the election. Weird.
Tyler, what's up, Tyler? How you doing?
Hey, Tyler.
So the Octopus led to the collapse of the BCCI, the Bank of Credit and Commerce International. They were involved in massive money laundering and other financial crimes, and had illegally gained the controlling interest in a major American bank.
Uh-oh.
That's another arm of this octopus,
Okay.
right?
I'm starting to see why he might be a
yeah,
target.
right.
Yeah.
So all these are separate events.
Yeah.
But then once he started researching, he's like, wait, all these have to do with the
They're
other.
overlaid and they're...
Oh, it's Jen McMillan. What's up, Jen?
Oh, hey, Jen.
freaking nice to see you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry for the February surprise. Very clever.
Yeah, very clever.
Very clever.
I like it.
I like that a lot. That was very clever. So Iran basically deliberately held back American hostages to help Reagan fucking win the election.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nuts. Another arm of the octopus led to the collapse of BCCI, which I mentioned, right? And another arm, yet another arm of this crazy octopus was Iran-Contra. Have you heard of Iran-Contra?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, it was a political scandal in the United States that occurred during the second term of Reagan, the Reagan administration. Senior administration officials secretly facilitated the sale of arms to Iran, which was the subject of an arms embargo. The administration hoped to use the proceeds of the arms sales to fund the Contras, which was a right-wing rebel group, right?
Yeah.
And in government, it had prohibited this. Congress prohibited this, obviously. So this was international conspiracy that most likely got Daniel murdered. And so these things alone are crazy
And so
enough.
the octopus all led back to Reagan, the Reagan administration. Is that the head of the octopus?
In so many words, sort of, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Because his administration, the people around him, and
Head of CIA would have to be involved
all
in the
of
Contras.
all of these big names. And so after he went, he said he had this great source.
Yeah.
Right? He said he had this crazy source that he was going to meet up with. So he told his wife, yo, I had this amazing source. They're going to blow the case wide open for me.
Okay.
And he's like, so I'm going to go meet with them. I'm going to go to Martinsburg, right? And a little ways away, I'm going to go to Martinsburg. I'm going to go meet with this guy at this hotel, and he's going to fucking spill.
Right. Nothing he said to his wife made it seem like he was going to kill himself, it sounds like. This
No,
wasn't a
as
goodbye call.
As a matter of fact, he told his brother, I'm dealing with a lot of shit right now. I'm dealing with some crazy big stuff. If anything happens to me, do not believe it was an accident.
Yeah, good.
If anything happens to me,
least he
do
said
not believe it was an accident.
Yeah.
Know that I'm dealing with some crazy shit, a whole cabal of fucking nuts. Don't believe. If you hear some stuff, don't believe it.
Yeah.
Also, the way he went out, a dozen slash wounds on his wrist.
Yeah.
He was, and his family attested to this, he was very squeamish, couldn't even give blood.
Right.
Totally squeamish. So is that the way you would go out if you were
No.
squeamish? To blood? There's no
Nothing
way.
you've said leads me to believe this man
terrified of
wanted
blood
to
tests.
die.
Nope.
No.
Yep.
He was on the verge of
his big break.
the biggest career break that he's ever had. He was on a way to meet a source.
Yep.
That's why he had a hotel. The hotel wasn't a place to kill yourself.
Nope.
Talk to his wife. Talk to his brother.
yeah.
Nothing says suicide here.
Nothing.
Silly.
And this poor guy was up all night getting calls, nonstop threatening calls.
So who killed him?
It's a great question, which we don't know.
Who had the
answer
most to
to
gain? Is there any theory of who?
There is theories, and
I mean,
The prevailing theory is the government hired people to kill him.
it was CIA then, or because if you're talking
Pick your
wet work, it's
poison.
usually CIA.
Pick your poison. Yeah. So,
And they would have had to have been involved in those illegal arms sales.
yeah.
And they're not above assassinations. That's what they were.
Yeah.
Are.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're there for.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a bunch of papers. He had this satchel, right? And on his way to go meet this source, he had this big brown satchel, and he put all these notes because he was going to go meet, wanted to show them and share their information.
Of course.
And, boom. And so he had a maid, and he was talking to the maid, and he's like, everything I got, I'm putting in here, woo-de-woo. And he goes, she starts getting phone calls. She's watching the house. I'm going to tear him to shreds. I'm going to cut him to pieces. He's dead. He's a goner. And then she started getting threats. You're dead. You're a goner.
Oh.
Yeah, while he was on his way to go meet this person. Yes. And then, yeah.
Yeah, so he got death threats before the suicide.
Yep. And, yeah, exactly. Got death threats before the suicide. And the guy who killed himself, when they searched the room, all his information, the bags, everything were gone. Of course.
So he got rid of all of his research before killing himself, because that makes sense. So did any of this come to light since this death? Has any of this stuff been proven, or has anyone come forward, or did all of his secrets die with him?
All of his secrets died with him.
And that's the trend with these kind of things, huh?
So out of all the people that go that are killed, only 40% of the cases are solved, which is a staggering number. Yeah. But so there's a few theories. So let me show you a little something here.
Yeah.
So there's
Tyler, I agree. Yeah, at least he said that
of Saturday.
to his brother.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Oh, cool. We got a video?
We do.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
is it?
no, Tyler or Jen, absolutely correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I keep calling him Tyler.
Yeah. Oh, Jessica, hey, what's up?
Hey, Jess.
Always good to have Jess. And then T. Berm, love it. Good.
Yep.
All right, so check this out.
TBRM.
This will blow your mind, my guy. Blow your mind.
More sinister possibilities.
Okay.
Number 1. The 12 deep slashes on Danny's wrists were described by Martinsburg police as hacking lacerations,
Whoa.
which sounds
sound
far
like
more
suicide.
violent
Like holding his
than the
arm down and
official
just
line that
trying
there
to...
was no
Exact.
sign of a struggle.
Whoa.
Number 2. According to the assistant head housekeeper who witnessed the scene before emergency crews were called, she saw 2 bloody towels under the sink. To her, it looked like someone threw the towels on the floor and tried to wipe the blood up
That's
with
what
their
you
foot.
do when you're bleeding out.
Number 3. Martinsburg
He left a
police
tip.
could not find Castellaro's missing notes.
There's like a
or the
$5 bill
briefcase
on
in
the
which he
counter.
kept them.
Yeah.
Sorry
This
about
is
that.
especially interesting considering the testimony of William Turner.
As a matter of fact, all his money was there. Credit cards, nothing was stolen.
Okay, so yeah. Another thing that it couldn't be, which is thieving.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it doesn't seem like this was a theft. It doesn't seem like this was suicide. This was an intentional hit, is what it
An
seems.
engineer who had met with Danny Friday at 2 p.m. to hand over documents alleging corruption at a local
You're
defense
just
plant.
one guy against a
4.
machine.
A waitress in
The
the
world's
Sheraton
biggest
Cocktail
machine.
Lounge, where
With
Danny was
unlimited
seen around 5
resources
p.m. the day
and
before,
no conscience.
recalled that Danny met with a man she described as maybe Arab or Iranian. Police never located this man. Number 5. Under Danny's body, paramedics found an empty Milwaukee beer can along with a single-edge razor blade
Under his
and
body.
2 white plastic liner bags.
Under his
A
body.
half-empty wine bottle was also nearby.
If you're there in your tub bleeding out, you want to be that uncomfortable with a bunch of shit, a bottle of.
Yeah,
booze
that's
under
what
your-
I would do. I would lay on a bunch
Yeah, I
of
would lay on a
glass
bunch of
and
uncomfortable shit.
cans.
And I'd be like, yep, this is how we're going out. Oh, Alicia, what's up?
Alicia, welcome to chat.
Yeah, I love Alicia. What did she say? Watching
As I buy crab legs from Albertsons.
Of course. She's so fucking funny, dude. She's a trip.
We have the best
Despite
audience,
this,
honestly.
We have the
no
best
traces of
fucking
alcohol
audience.
were found in his body.
So he has a big bottle of booze under him, and there was no traces of alcohol found in his body.
Really? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Isn't that a trip?
So they forgot to like pour it in his mouth when the like well, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
This is a
They
bad
like
hit
gave
job.
so
actually.
little shit. Yeah. They're like, let's
Yes,
slash
yeah, we're
his
gonna
wrist
hack
like
it a little
this,
bit
yeah,
here.
and then we'll just throw him in the tub. So let's lay
The guy
out.
might even have went back with the bottle, or like on the phone, like, "Oh, did you make sure to make it look like an? Yeah." And then he goes back and just pours some wine.
Yeah, no, he
throw the
forgets
bottle.
that they said
Fucked
to
up.
make it. He thought it was like one of those where like, you got to show him,
Send a message.
send a good message. Yeah, exactly. And then he's like, oh no, accident. Oh yeah, no, of course. Yeah. And then
So the suicide note written under duress, I imagine, right? The guy, because it had to be in his handwriting for it to be considered.
It was in his handwriting, and so I'm assuming
Write this
somebody with a gun to your
note, or
head.
we're gonna go to your family's house.
But-
That's pretty much what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and no funny business neither.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's like a
Put him,
yeah. I don't want to see no funny business neither, huh? Hey, you write the note and then you say you killed yourself. You understand me?
You understand? Yeah. Say
He
you
was
killed
killed.
yourself.
Yeah.
If they ask, you tell them you did this.
And I want you to write it out as you die. Say,
Yeah.
this hurts. This hurts. Do it or die.
Lay on that bottle too. I want
Yeah.
you to be uncomfortable.
But it's so in the bags. Can you just move?
well, you should have thought about that before you
Before
started
you looked
digging.
into the
Yeah.
octopus, huh? Big mistake. Big-
Reagan says,
yeah,
"Fuck
Reagan,
you."
yeah. Reagan sends his love.
Exactly. Yeah.
That'd be the best. Oh wait, I got you. I got the job. Reagan sends his love. Anyway, not worth it.
Not at all.
Nope.
But yeah, I get the point. And I like that you have sound effects.
Yeah.
This
Thanks.
shit, we're using them. Boom. All right.
Blood work
Sick
revealing
name.
traces of codeine and of an antidepressant drug. Number 6.
To try to make it look like he might be doing
Danny's
some
brother,
shit.
Anthony Casolaro, a
A
physician,
doctor. Yeah.
insists that Danny was in good health and that his medical records showed he had not been prescribed
Exactly.
medication for depression.
It's just a way to.
Just a botched
Some believe
fucking
that the files in
murder.
the Casolaro
Yeah.
case are being withheld from public release, contradictory to what the FBI has said.
Also, curious enough, they didn't contact the family until 2 days after he was killed,
yeah, that is interesting.
which is very odd. The brother had to call and inquire. Hey,
perhaps there was
my
like
brother
a-
was supposed. Yeah, some involvement
reason,
with-
yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Very curious stuff.
Stating that those files are missing entirely. In spite of
Damn.
the mysterious circumstances surrounding his death, we know with certainty that Danny Casolaro arrived at the Sheraton Inn on Thursday around 11:45
This feels a lot
a.m.,
less
and that he met with
Reagan and
several
more
people during
CIA.
his 2 days in Martinsburg.
Maybe Reagan had a dog in the fight, like his
Could any of these
administration
people
definitely had
or
some
those-
secrets or some things that they would rather not be public.
Yeah,
But
see
this
the
this
light.
feels very CIA. This feels very they stumbled the arms dealing, the illegal arms dealing,
Hold on.
and the money that funds it.
Yeah, that feels CIA. Hold on. Yeah, no, that feels real CIA. You're right.
That is CIA. Yeah.
And she put an emoji of a crab. She's sick. She's sick.
adjacent to his in the hotel have been sent to murder him and cover up his investigation.
Yeah.
Could they have been a part of the secret
Spectre.
organization called the Octopus? We might never know.
And Spectre has
What
that
we do know
octopus ring.
Is the circumstances of his so-called
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
It's funny.
are riddled with
So
suspicion.
that's fitting. Cool.
Damn.
Oh, The Conjuring. I want to watch this.
Killed for knowing about illegal arms sales to Iran. That seemed like the big one.
The bank.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Laundering money.
Using a bank for money
A
laundering.
foreign bank
at an
which has a
international
controlling investment in an American bank.
No.
Also, the Iran Contra.
Yeah. This is all stuff.
Dude, this is all huge
This
shit.
is all stuff that you would
also,
be
the October surprise.
in trouble for. Yeah.
This is all shit individually that it's like, oh, this guy's a
Oh,
fucking
right. Yeah.
goner,
You'd
bro.
be hiding if you knew one secret. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he even wrote a book. He had a manuscript that he
Mm-hmm.
sent off to a publisher. They said, this is too hyperbolic. They thought it was fucking nonsense
Yeah.
because it was so nuts.
Right. There's a lot of that.
It's like it's like, truth is crazier than fiction, whatever. That's what this is.
That's what the government uses misinformation for the UFO phenomenon ever
Absolutely,
since the 50s.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, as soon as they
you,
realized that.
You and I had a discussion regarding that too. We said, if we were in that room, I'm a major, you're a general, we're sitting in that room, and they said, all right, guys, what are we doing here?
Mhm.
This alien, we got alien tech that just crashed, bro. 1947, we're chilling in this,
Yeah.
Roswell. What do we do? you and I both agreed we'd be like, we ain't telling the fucking public, dude.
Yep. I've thought about this. It bothers me so much because I hate.
It goes against everything I fucking stand for.
I hate that they hide
but
this
I
stuff.
understand it.
Yeah.
But I understand them.
So we're in the Cold War. We're in the war room. We are the only ones right now that know about this technology. We know for a fact, right? The people in this room. And we decide,
right now,
hey, we're getting a lot of reports. These things are all over the country. Russia's amping up their technology. If we start misinterpreting UFOs or Russian MiGs or Russian fighter jets for UFOs, and we don't intercept because we're getting so many of these UFO reports, and none of the UFOs are attacking us.
They're neutral.
That's a
They're
problem,
chilling.
right? We can't allow this. If we are the ones that know, and we're the ones that can handle this the best, right? We have all the resources, we have all the knowledge, we have the
safest hands are
scientists,
still
we have the
around.
government. Yeah, we have this big machine. This information is safest with us, unfortunately, right now.
Facts. Fucking facts.
Let's get through this Cold War situation, and then we'll throw some in. And unfortunately, that became the standard, and they never moved on.
And they never
and
changed.
I would have agreed with that.
I know.
I would
as
have 100%
fucked-
agreed
as
with it.
fucked as it is.
I would have said it's the right thing to do. We need to focus on the safety of the country.
Yep.
These things aren't attacking us.
Also, yes, they're not exactly right. They're not attacking. Another point is we want people to be like, dude, fuck that red enemy. Fuck Russia. If you start saying, by the way, aliens too, they'll be like, oh, Russia,
It's
aliens,
too
bro.
much, right?
Yeah, so
you can't have two villains.
They want exactly. You can't have two villains. They needed a singular focus.
Yeah.
And they needed it to be Russia.
Yep.
Because they needed to end that.
It's still a
Cold War.
democracy. The people have to be behind acts of war. The people have to be
1000%.
behind all of these, the big moves that the politicians who represent them make. There needs to be a base of people in the country
think
that
of the
agree with
Iraq
it.
War. They didn't just say, hey, by the way, we're going in for some oil. Or whatever. They're like, hey, guys, they've
got
probably
nukes.
involved with
Yeah.
9/11.
There's-
Let's get in.
and mass destruction.
And America was like, fuck yeah, let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
And little did we know that, at the time, at least, Iraq had nothing to do with
Nothing.
anything.
Yeah, they did know.
I mean,
a lot of folks knew.
Saddam was a horrible man.
Yeah, they've been wanting him out for a
But
while.
it was a sovereign country, and we invaded a sovereign country
That had nothing
under
to do
false
with-
pretenses.
Yeah.
That's foul. Anyway, so that's Daniel Coladero and his unfortunate octopus incident. And
Yeah, that's awful. It's sad to do that to somebody's family, have them believe that the person you love and respect, who is really at the peak of his career, unraveling something that's world changing, to make them believe that he took his own life. That's bullshit.
yeah.
You got family, a brother, a wife, probably kids that now they've lost you, but the memory of you was also destroyed. Your reputation was destroyed.
Yep.
It's not right.
And
yeah.
and you always have that question of who killed my brother,
Yeah,
my
what
fucking
actually happened?
son,
we know he didn't do it. Yeah, I hate that kind of shit.
And that's the most fucked up thing you can do to a family is have that open-ended, like, what happened to him? Like, who killed him? Like, that's the worst. That's the worst
no
thing
answers.
you could do. It's the worst thing I could do.
To cry in front of
Thank you. Fuck. You left me hanging there for like 45 minutes. I felt like
I didn't expect you to want me to
I felt
go
like I was
forward.
Dick Grayson. I felt like I was Dick Grayson.
So that's a fucked up story. Thank you.
Yeah, tell me you get the Dick Grayson reference though.
Yeah.
Hanging there because they were trapeze artists and his family
Yeah.
fell and he's still hanging.
Leave me
there.
hanging.
Leave me hanging. Anyway, cool. Good
Yeah.
talk. So crazy octopus. So
Yes.
you're welcome. Fucking A, dude. What do you want from me? I got the goods.
a
Well
good story.
researched. Well done.
It's a good story.
It's
And one
it's-
I've actually never heard before.
I know. That's why I want to do it. So, what do you got for me? Do you have anything?
Yeah, I went a little bit differently. I went with technology.
You changed the topic entirely.
No,
I went a
yeah.
little differently. I
People-
went with the coolest water slides in America.
I thought this was important.
Yeah.
And I'm planning a trip.
Yeah.
I need the audience
I
to
just
help.
sort of wanted some help. Yeah.
No, so I
With my itinerary.
unfortunately, when I was diving into this, there's a lot of people who came up with amazing, brilliant inventions and ideas over the past 100 years. And today, none of those inventions or ideas are actually in production. And a lot of them were killed. I picked out a few that I thought were really important. And there's some fun tangents we could go on surrounding this because we're about to dive into the world of free energy. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, that's what I'm
free
looking for.
energy song. It doesn't have one. Yeah, there we go. Free energy. Yeah. Free energy. Free energy.
Free energy.
Okay.
Free.
First guy. This guy, pull up a picture of him, actually, so the audience can see him. I don't have a video of this guy, just a picture. His name is Thomas Moray.
2 steps ahead of you, my guy.
Thomas Moray, there he is the inventor of the Moray tube.
That's not him. That's him.
Or, sorry, the Moray valve. This
Real
was-
quick.
yeah, go ahead.
I want to hear everything you have to say. For the audience, I have a question. And don't fucking Google it, guys, because I can see you on my screen. I can see all of you right now because I hacked into your webcams or your phone cams, either whatever you're watching. What decade, not even year, what decade did Nikola Tesla die? While we get into it, type in the chat what you think. Don't fucking Google it. All right. Now go on, sir.
So this is Thomas Moray. Thomas Moray invented... so he was looking into alternative energy sources. He was one of the first to come up with the idea that there is no empty space, right? And science has proven that now. This guy, we're talking the 30s, he was using vacuum tubes and shit. I mean, technology hasn't been seen for a long time.
Okay.
But what he was able to do with that technology, he was able to harness the energy of the universe, the energy of dark matter, dark energy, and empty space. His machine supposedly had the ability to pull about 250% energy out of what you put into it.
Ooh.
That defies
That's huge.
the laws of physics, right? The law of thermodynamics that says you can't get more energy out of
No, it's a finite. Yeah, you can't
of what you put in,
increase,
right? You
yeah.
can't get more out than what you put in. He could. And that was using the principle that there is no empty space. We're going to use that dark energy and harness it, channel it, and he was able to do so. The picture up there is him lighting light bulbs with this device that had nothing put into it. There's no gasoline. There's no nothing. It's not plugged into anything. The machine, it sustains itself. It's 100% renewable, sustainable energy.
So, and it works on what?
It works by pulling energy out of empty spaces, out of the vacuum of
Okay,
space.
so it's an endless amount of energy.
Exactly. An endless amount of energy. So the interesting thing with this guy, the government saw what he was working on, and you'll see in these stories, it's common where the government says, "Ooh, actually, we're excited about what you've got there. That looks interesting." So they say, "We're going to send some of our own scientists to help you out with this."
Yeah.
Okay.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
Exactly. So the group of scientists come out there. One of the engineers the government sent out, while Moray was out of the room, destroyed the device. He beat it with a pipe until it was shattered into pieces. The plans were destroyed, and he's never been able to recreate it. Now, do I think that this technology died that day?
When you beat something with a pipe, you know what that is? That's amore.
That's amore. It's the opposite of amore.
But no, his name's More.
I get it, yeah.
Okay.
It's the opposite. So he destroys the device. He ends up dying of an infection soon after, never able to rebuild the device. Now, does that mean the device is actually gone? Maybe not. When the government gets involved, it seems the technology gets moved forward, but hidden and shuttered. And that's probably what happened here.
Oh, shit.
So that's him. I've got another one for you. We're going to get into somebody very interesting when Cameron gets back. So please, if you got questions in the chat about this Thomas Moray guy, awesome thing to look into. There are people, and you can go on YouTube right now, there are people that build, that are trying to rebuild his device and try and recapture this technology. But imagine being able to pull 250% energy out of the energy that you put into it. You'd be able to charge batteries indefinitely. Cars could run on this.
It's free.
You run
energy for
entire
the rest of the
cities
time.
on it. Yeah, man. Just an amazing idea. And it's the source to this energy is all around us, right? Always.
Yeah.
So the next one, pull up a picture of a guy named Stan Meyer. This is an interesting guy.
Boom. Done.
Perfect. So Stan Meyer. Next to him is a car that runs completely on water. Stan Meyer invented a water fuel cell. This isn't something that was dreamed up, and it's not a myth. We get to see him drive the damn thing. We get to see what the engine looks like and the principles of how it works. Just to give you an idea of how efficient this vehicle was, he said that he could take it from LA to New York on 20 gallons of water. That's it.
What?
Yeah.
Across the country on
And
20
you can
gallons of
use
fucking water?
salt water, fresh water.
Oh, it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Really?
So wherever you are, as long as there's water nearby, put that in the gas tank and you're good to go. So let's pull up. I've got a video too. Let's check his first video out.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you're going to love this. Oh, we should have these. I'm sure if there was an advanced ancient civilization, this is kind of the mindset they would have been in, right? How do we use the environment to our, to build technology, not how do we destroy the environment to build technology, right? It's like, how are we balanced? This is a very balanced approach. Okay. The only thing that comes out of this thing is water vapor. No CO2.
All right.
Bust it.
I'm ready. Bust it.
Bust it.
The top of our news here at 6 o'clock, an age-old dream becoming a reality. A local inventor has discovered a way, hear this, to use
cool, guys.
water.
Great guesses on Nikola Tesla, by the way.
Oh,
Great
sorry.
guesses.
Your car.
It's a major breakthrough that will no doubt make motorists happy. And as Ralph Robinson explains, the Pentagon is also showing lots
The
of interest in
Pentagon
the
wants to
project.
see how this works.
Always,
Once they get involved.
Yeah, that's never a good
Myers'
sign.
invention may make it
they're
even
excited.
more valuable. He
Right?
has
Why
developed
wouldn't
what's
you be?
called a water fuel cell.
If
It
you
has
know
taken
what's
the place
what.
of his
Yeah.
old gas tank. The water fuel cell breaks down water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. The hydrogen is used to run his dune buggy.
I don't care if you use rainwater, well water, city water, ocean water. If you don't have any fresh water, go ahead and use snow. If you don't have any snow available to you, then use salt water because
It's
there's
basically
no
saying you'll
adverse
never be
effects to
stuck
the fuel
anywhere
cell.
ever again.
Myers started working on this project 4 years ago. He's not a scientist. He isn't even a chemist. In fact, he never graduated from college.
Look at this thing
Myers
cook.
was determined,
Look
he
at this
says,
thing
to
cook.
design something to
That's
protect
going like
this
40,
country
50,
from oil
60.
embargoes.
Look at this thing.
And we have
It's not
calculated
bullshit.
that if we take the dune buggy from Los Angeles to New York, we would roughly use 22 gallons of water.
The Pentagon flew a lieutenant colonel in last week to look at Myers' invention.
Yeah.
There's talk of possibly
Pentagon
using
got
it in the
involved.
Star Wars defense program and to run army tanks.
Yeah.
Myers is currently
Run
perfecting a
tanks
water
on
fuel
water?
cell
Of
for cars. It will cost about $1,500. He says it won't
That's
need
it.
any maintenance and you won't have to replace it. It'll be at least 2 years before the fuel system goes into mass production. The day it happens will be one the fuel industry hates, but it'll put a smile on the face
Oh,
of
yeah.
those
Big Oil was like, nope.
So
Nope.
Oh yeah, no. So check this guy. So he goes. He's got a lot of interest in this, right? The government tries to buy it. Private industry tries to buy it. He doesn't want to sell it. He wants to patent the technology and he wants to build it himself. And he has a what is this? An investor meeting, right?
Okay.
Sits down to an investor meeting and things don't go the way as planned. I think I've got another video for you of him. Let's play the next one.
In the mid-1990s, an ordinary American man named Stanley Meyer began making outrageous claims regarding his invention of an automobile that used water as fuel instead of oil. Despite counter-arguments from renowned scientists
I
and
give you a timestamp
engineers,
on this one?
Meyer stood by his invention
Oh, it
until the day
wasn't
he
from
died.
Jump?
However,
Let me make sure.
mystery surrounds his sudden.
2 minutes, 28 seconds.
228.
Yeah. Because I just want to get right into the point of this clip. This is how, this is what happened to him. This is why this car isn't in everyone's
Began
garage.
work on his water-powered device, and after many failed attempts, was finally, according to him, able to successfully produce a machine that could run entirely by using water as fuel. Mayer referred to the part of his invention in which electricity is carried through water to make hydrogen and oxygen as a fuel
Electrolysis.
cell or a water fuel
Known
cell
science.
in several of his patents. Mayer claimed that his water fuel cell powered a dune buggy, which he showed off in a news segment on an Ohio television station. According to Mayer, it was possible to travel
Janie.
from Los Angeles to New York with only 22
Janie.
US gallons of water.
Oh,
using
I'm
his
so
machine.
glad you decided to join the
Mayer
chat.
explained that he swapped out the spark plugs for injectors that fed a hydrogen and oxygen mixture into the engine chambers.
Janie's a sweetheart. I love Janie.
To generate usable power, a water fuel cell would first use electrolysis
know
to
we can
separate
pull energy
water
out of
into
hydrogen.
hydrogen and
Yo,
oxygen gas before burning the gas in an internal
But it was a
combustion
separate
engine to
isotope of
produce
hydrogen,
water
not
vapor.
an unstable version like we would use for like a bomb, right?
Sure.
During an interview,
radioactive
the
version.
academic publication Nature, science writer Phil Ball dismissed Meyer's claims as pseudoscience, arguing that it's not easy to establish how Meyer's car was meant to work, except that it involved a fuel cell that was able to split water using less energy than was released by using recombination of the elements.
This guy has a voice that'll put you the
Crusaders
fuck
against
to sleep.
pseudoscience can rant and rave as much as they like.
I want to
but
hear
Janie
the part
said we
about
don't
what
have
happened to
that
him.
the
I
myth
wonder.
of water as fuel is never going to go away.
Oh.
There have been no investigations of Maya's inventions
Here we go.
that have been
Keep going.
published in the scientific literature or been subjected to a peer review process. Maya's assertions were labeled as another water as fuel.
Yeah,
urban
I would just
legend
skip
in
ahead
a
10
Nature article.
seconds. Let's see.
Technology. Michael Lafton, a professor
going.
Mayer, however, after determining
Here.
of more
Here it
than
is.
guilty of years of
This
research
is what
and
happened to him.
tinkering.
Okay.
Stephen Mayer, Stanley's brother, recounted what occurred on that evening. Stanley took a sip of cranberry juice, then he grabbed
At
his
an
neck,
investor dinner.
bolted out the door, dropped to his knees, and vomited violently. I ran outside and asked him what's wrong. He said, "They poisoned me."
Yeah.
That was his dying declaration.
Stop it
The
there.
unexplained passing of Stanley.
Shit.
This was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. A car that could run on water. Think of what we're going through today.
Nobody's been able to replicate this?
No. Fuck. No. He even had because the patent office obviously was like, this impossible. They denied his patent.
We don't even have his patent.
Denied the patent. So then he builds another device that with glass so that you could see how the chemical reactions take place, what the byproducts are, and how it actually works. He built that. That's how he got this investor meeting where he was murdered. Jesus. And the technology was taken and it's never been seen again. A lot of people are trying to recreate it, but he had the magic. He figured it out. And this was in the freaking 70s, man. So a lot of people think the oil industry might have had him killed, that the investors he was meeting with might have been representing
my money.
that industry, or just the energy industry in general. You'll find that a lot of people who end up challenging the energy industry either die broke or die suddenly. So that's Stan Meyer. Now, unfortunately, I have a ton of stories like this. I could tell you all day. But I want to dive into this guy. Pull up. This is a good one. Troy Reed.
Troy Reed. I got you.
Yeah, Troy Reed. This is a good one.
Troy Reed. All right.
You got him? So I've got a picture of Troy if you want to throw that up there. Or you can jump right into the video where it'll show him. That's not him, no.
I know.
It's this guy.
Fucking with you. Oh, yeah. I don't know where that picture is. I don't know what that is.
Okay, you have it all queued up, remember?
Nope.
Okay.
I never got that one.
It's in your text. This is the best when this happens.
Jesus. Anyway, who cares? I don't need to see the fucking dude's face.
No. I want you to play the video, man.
Oh, I have the video.
That's what I'm asking for, yeah.
Oh,
I said skip the
Regulations
picture.
for a man in his position. Inside the journals were words which read like science fiction. They spoke of secret government projects and unbelievable advanced technologies.
This is Adam Trombley, no.
Reading page after...
Is Adam Trombley...
the video looks like this?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma,
Cool.
where oil has been king for over a
This
century,
is in that same
inventor
vein of what we
Troy
were looking
Reed
at a second
has
ago
been
with
busy
Stan.
in his shop constructing rotating magnetic motors that he believes will soon
audio is
revolutionize
great.
how we get around.
This is an old video.
This is a new prototype of the magnetic motor, and if I can explain a little bit about what you call a magnetic
Now think about how this
field.
works when he explains it. This
All
makes sense
magnets,
to me.
The big old wooden prototype has a system. As the motor went over, it had a tension to jerk over like that. If you take this motor here and you take your finger and rotate it, it doesn't have that jerking in it. So what I've done, I got rid of the crankshaft. I've got rid of the injectors, and the system in this motor here, as you crank this motor up.
What do you think?
Like you do the other one, the motor will start
What
running.
he's showing you right now is
And,
this
what
is an
I'll
electric
do,
car. He invented
I'll
this an
energize it
electric vehicle
on this motor here.
that never needed to be plugged in.
And it runs off
Forever,
If you can
perpetually.
see-
Magnets, electromagnetism.
These amp gauges over here.
So, right,
this
so
will
he
come
plugged
when
it
we
in
get it up
to
to
get
about
it started.
150
Janie said
volts.
definitely an oil co. Yes,
Yeah.
she's
We'll
absolutely
unplug
right.
it.
So now
and
watch
we'll
what he's
turn
going to
the
do.
light on.
So the motor, now that it's running, it's just running
you
off of
turn
these
this around, you can see
wheels
this
with
side
magnets
here.
and electromagnetic
All
force.
the working
Keeps
parts
them
is
turning
behind this
while
system
unplugged.
here. Operates from a little computer. Takes this 5 volts. It's 150 volts.
Now we're up to 150.
What we're going to do, turn off all the switches. Make sure there ain't nothing plugged into it. There's the plug.
And he's
There's your
demonstrated this in
110
front
volts.
of scientists, engineers.
Motor still
governments.
running. You can operate this table plumb around. Still got energy running.
The light bulb's still running, and he still has the
Nothing
amps and
tied
the
up in
wattage
back
right
of it.
there,
Nothing on the floor.
showing you how much power he's getting. Completely on its own.
Rotate
still
around,
running.
still running electricity.
Yeah, man.
So we're looking.
We had
hoping.
perpetual energy motor that could run an electric car. Long time ago.
Yeah.
So this guy, he ended it was a similar fate when he was to present this technology in a significant way to a significant group of people.
Yeah.
He ended up dying suddenly. So that's unfortunate.
Part of the fucking course.
Yeah.
My goodness.
So I've got one video that I wanted to play just because I've been wanting to show you this forever.
Okay.
It's a crop circle video. Have you seen this?
Okay.
I sent texted to you. You pull it up. Watch this.
So, do you want to do this? You want to go to the news break first?
This
or?
is the end of my stuff. So yeah, just play this last video
Okay.
and then we can jump to the news. This to me is
news,
it
and
just kind of
then we're
buttons
doing
it up.
over under, and we're doing under.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah, I just want to finish my with this.
I got you,
yeah.
fam. I got you, bro.
2 years before that,
check this
a
out.
coded image had appeared in the
Pause
same
it.
area, which represented the first 10 digits.
Pause it.
Yeah. So what I'm about to show you here, I've been wanting to show you this for a while.
Okay.
Crop circles.
Okay.
You know, we know some people make them. There's guys out there that can make them.
They show how. Yeah.
There are some that they can not make, and based on concepts and
geometrically, like it's
right.
Like, what? Yeah.
So somebody in the energy field actually went to one of these sites, and he asked.
Energy what?
He was in the energy field, right? He asked for.
Pun intended.
He said, "I want to know. Give me the idea for perpetual energy. How do we create free, sustainable, perpetual energy?" And
Use oil.
He
and
said this.
fuels.
Never, right? Not any race in any galaxy would ever do that. Any race that comes here, any alien that lands here and sees the way we're doing things, they think we're
still using
crazy. They wouldn't even say
What?
still. They never use that.
You guys.
Why would we use that?
It's like, oh, it's this thing with like lobbyists.
No reason. Yeah, no, there's no good reason.
It's
Even
just money.
The atom bomb. I bet you when the atom bomb went off, aliens were like, "Oh, you guys figured out how to." Oh, but you used it for that?
Yeah. What?
You blew up a part of your planet?
Yeah,
and killed.
You're not
people?
using it to sustain.
Yeah,
power
we thought you
for the
guys were going to
entire
come to the
world.
Galactic Federation, and,
Yeah,
and
we thought you were gonna
we were going to
join-
share
Yeah,
free
we thought you were
energy.
going to join the GF, baby.
Yeah, we were going to share. We have food creators, just a
Yeah.
machine. You ask it, and it creates food. No one ever goes hungry again. We have all of this.
You see this little thing? When I hit a button, it turns into a fucking steak dinner.
Exactly.
Oh, you didn't want.
But
this
you can't come here. You can't join the Federation
Yeah.
because instead of using it for something like
you're busy at
energy,
the gas station.
Yeah, you're too busy.
Oh.
You're using it to blow people up.
Cool. Yeah. So
Silly.
Laters. What did Janie say?
She said, "What the hell? We could have had a car that you don't even have to plug in." Yeah, it's true.
No oil, no nothing. No
40
nothing,
years
no
ago,
nothing.
this guy made it 40 years ago. We still don't have it. We still think we're making this big headway with all these electric vehicles on the road using lithium-ion batteries. We know lithium-ion batteries are not good on the environment. It just is what it is. There are ways to do this right. So this man asks basically the universe for the answers. He says, in a crop circle, while he's in a crop circle, this is a scientist studying crop circles who's in the energy field. He says, show me
the money,
the answers, and play this. All of a sudden, some answers start to appear around the world.
Play.
Yeah.
Of pi.
So check
but it
this.
goes back further.
I want you to see these.
In 2000, NASA scientist Alan Holt visited Wiltshire, England, the location of many crop circle appearances.
Just look at some of these
to
freaking crop
examine
circles, by the way. They're freaking nuts.
Tongue planted firmly in cheek, Holt put out the thought in a crop picture, somewhat as a test, but really a request, that he would like to see a crop pictogram appear, which could provide some insight into the direction he should pursue in his advanced transport and field physics research activities.
Oh, yeah.
Incredibly, 2 days later, in a field near him, crop circles appeared which revealed a detailed diagram of a magnetic field near a bar magnet.
This
Ask and ye
pause
shall
real quick.
receive, it appeared.
It also looks very similar to a device called a homopolar generator.
You can't say that these days.
I know. Well, unfortunately, because of the context, I have to say it. Homopolar. Yeah. There was this homopolar device that was a perpetual energy device created by a guy named Adam Trombley. We didn't dive into him. We might be able to some other time.
Sure.
But what's funny is that crop circle mirrors one of the designs that shows how his device works. But keep going.
You mean this Adam Trombley?
That's him. Nice picture.
I got you. All right.
Keep going.
Between 1997 and
gets
2009, no less than 5 crop circle appearances showed complex diagrams of twisted vortexes representing the side and top views of a magnetic field, while others displayed mechanical routers or the field lines of an electric charge. Then, crop circles appeared which revealed detailed blueprints for magnetic motors.
Magnetic motors. Dude, they're giving us the answers. They're literally giving us the answers. They're telling us what we need, how to build it,
around the world.
why to do it this way.
For centuries, human scientists have suggested reaching out to intelligent life in the universe through mathematics.
Let's ask aliens how to do it.
As far back as the 1800s,
this guy's
famed German mathematician
if you know anything about
Carl
CE5, this is very CE5. To go out there and to use your consciousness to try to reach out to an alien's consciousness and tell them that you want to interact with them, and then they show up. That's what that guy, that scientist, Steve Garrett, I think is his name. He created what's called CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. And him groups of people all over the world, they go to certain remote areas and they all meditate asking UFOs to show themselves. And every time they do it, they capture compelling video of UFO.
Crop circles, dude.
They're unreal. And look what they mean.
By the way,
are they not paused? Oh, shit.
No, I didn't pause it. I can go right back.
Okay, cool.
And I know where we were at.
Thank you.
We were right here.
Yeah, because there's 2 more that you need to see.
Okay, but... and then we're going to Chase said, this is some wild stuff. And
it is.
Call back. Miss Michael Domino said, this is bizarre.
It is. Bizarre is a good word.
Bizarre. It's a nightmare. God, she's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Crop circles are so dope. They're a great example of sacred geometry.
Those are the best words. Foolish, bizarre, nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Diagrams
and
of twisted vortexes representing the side and top views of a magnetic field.
It's not
while others displayed mechanical
So they're giving us some ideas of how to do magnetic field. And these magnetic motors mirror what we were just watching. Perpetual energy with magnetic motors.
Blueprints for magnetic motors. What could this possibly mean?
So after this
continued appearance of complex mathematics and electromagnetic diagrams.
That almost looks like a Stark arc reactor, which is funny.
For centuries, human scientists have suggested reaching out to intelligent life in the universe through mathematics. As far back as the 1800s,
this is the one I want you to see. You paused
German
it,
mathematician
or you
Karl
didn't pause
Voss,
it.
Von Littrow.
Go forward. You can go forward. I want you to
crop messaging.
Keep going.
Harbinger messages. No blueprint for a new form of energy that would one day be unraveled by scientists. It may have seemed
I want to see
there's
a magnetic motor that was put in. You can skip this one if you're bored with this. No, just go to the one I want you to see.
I want to see the goods.
These are all perpetual energy devices. Keep going. Or the principles behind them. Keep going. Do you know about this guy? Who built that whole fucking city with... that's the one. Go back.
If the message is addressed to
just
maximum expression of a
Let's see what they
message,
say.
Because through an image, you can communicate much more
Check this fucking
than
motor
with
out.
words without any
It's like
doubt.
it's a blueprint.
Especially if the message is addressed to someone that does not speak our language.
Right? Mathematics
And
is
what
universal.
the message
Send the message in
being
math.
communicated
That's
in
what they're
these
doing.
Crop circles. Quite simply, according to Baudo.
Yeah. Is there more?
Yeah, just the one motor that I just want you to see that
2008,
you...
magnetic motors
we haven't gotten to.
and
This is it.
systems of centrifugal force.
So this is a motor that would use
entering
centrifugal
uncharted
force to
territory
continue to
and
spin.
working
Look,
against
there it
conventional
is.
wisdom
And that's the
and a
crop
powerful
circle.
status quo. Not to mention
That
the
guy
laws of
built that
thermodynamics.
using the crop
In
circle.
2012,
He built a magnetic motor that mirrors it, and it works.
Crop circles,
Yeah.
the media and
So when people say aliens, they don't land on
Why
the
don't we
front
just
lawn
skip
or
to
they
that?
don't fucking...
Why do we have that whole video?
Because nobody would understand what we were skipping to without seeing what the basis for these crop circles is. Someone asked and they received. several designs mirroring several things we've just discussed. But yeah, sure.
No, yeah. I just thought that part was the coolest part. But you know what? Apparently we're not listening. Oh yeah, we're not listening to what these aliens are trying to tell us.
It's
so, ladies and
A
gentlemen,
few people might be. I'm listening now.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah, it reminds me of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
Or Scary Movie. You know what scene I'm talking about?
Of course. Yeah. I'm right here.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, they're in the middle of the street in the daylight. Of course, he's not coming in.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah. Do that in a dark room.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the news segment.
Yes. Oh, I love the news. This is my fave. We're getting reports now from a man on the ground. He does have some news. News, and more news. Oh, so we can't do that.
Okay. So, Mr. News Correspondent, sir, are you there?
Good evening.
There he is.
Good evening. There he is.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Good
so,
eve.
thank you for joining the podcast that never sleeps. So, I'm very curious. The topic today is people that have died for their information, and just in general, people have died because we did our surviving episode. Now we're doing people who weren't so fortunate. So please, sir, tell us what we got going on today.
Well, as usual, I took kind of a little different tack.
I love it.
So
let's go.
What I was looking at, there's a great Harvard Business Review article about death by information overload.
Huh.
Okay.
And I thought appropriate. So a little different. It's not really dying, but just a couple of things. So the researchers have been saying that stress of not being able to process information as fast as it arrives, combined with the personal and social expectation that you will answer a message, can deplete and demoralize you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
And then there's a psychiatrist, Edward Hollowell, who he's an expert on attention deficit disorder. He argues that the modern workplace induces what he calls attention deficit trait, which has all the characteristics of the genetic disorder.
Oh.
So,
okay.
So,
do we know
about this?
How it induces this?
Well, he's saying because, yeah. So here, I'll give you some of the examples. So,
please.
Phones and email alerts lower your IQ by 10 points. 60% of computer users check email in the bathroom. A typical knowledge worker turns to email 50 to 100 times a day. 80% of computer users laptop on vacation, so it's kind of an addiction, right? It's a craziness.
And it's ADHD.
Most employees
I'm getting it.
Websites you're getting it about 40 times a day.
Yeah.
This is a great one. I love this fact. 50 people have checked their email in church.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's hysterical.
And on the average, employees spend about 2 hours of the workday on email.
Wow.
So
shit.
There is. So it's kind of it's making us dumber. It's giving us these disorders. Most people say that if they could, they would. I think it's 20 people say they'd delete every email they ever had and start all over again if they could.
Wow.
So because it's kind of
it becomes a monster.
Yeah.
But there is hope. There is hope. An independent consultant, a guy named Mashalewski, said that the use of he advises companies on the use of social media.
Okay.
He said, what you have to do is you have to have a Zen-like patience. You have to let go of the need to know everything completely.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Yes. That's important. Yeah. You don't need to know right this second.
Yeah. And it's the instant gratification. The instant
I'm
knowledge.
guilty of all of this shit, though.
Hey,
I
Siri,
do this.
What is blank with blank? Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
We need,
But and you miss it, and you got to know, and you got to check, and I think the other figure was that of 6 emails that weren't reviewed instantly, 5 of them never get looked at all.
I could see
kind
that
of
too.
odd.
Isn't that crazy?
Huh.
Oh yeah, I had to come up
So
with
it's
an
not instant,
entire
it's old.
strategy for organizing my email to prevent that from happening. I know exactly what you're talking about. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I know someone who, if they're a carbon, because you see it on an email, they have a different folder that they just delete. If it's that important for them to be primary, they don't even look at it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's so great.
Nuts.
But just get a little more zen. Separate. You don't have to know
baby.
everything.
Zen it up.
All the time.
Balance is key.
And in keeping with what your requests of me are, I do have a kind of a computer-related joke, which you probably know. I'm going to say it.
Okay.
So, how many software engineers does it take to change a light bulb?
Go.
Hold on. No.
Oh, you want to
let's think
guess?
here. Yeah, a little bit. How many software engineers? 2. 1 to screw in the light bulb and 1 to something. What is it?
Actually, the answer is none. That's hardware.
Yeah, it's hardware.
Yeah, fuck. Damn it.
I knew it. I was like, there's no software engineering.
Yeah,
here.
damn it.
Damn. Good joke, though.
Yeah.
Thanks. I got to tell another joke. It has nothing to do with anything, but I just loved it.
Yeah.
You guys probably know this. Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
Oh, he was outstanding in his field.
That's it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's go. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great old one.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. That's all I have for today.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
good.
Thank you so very
man.
much. Always appreciate your time, sir.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you later. Thank you.
Beautiful.
And we're clear.
Yeah, and we're clear. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a call from our correspondent, and now we are back here in studio. It seems that ADHD is an increasingly... Are you jerking off to small penises?
No, this is what you do with papers. Remember, like when you're doing the news, you do papers.
Can I do you a favor, Jared?
Yeah.
Can I do you a favor?
Just like this.
Yeah.
Shuffling papers.
So
we have notes here.
Very John Stewart. Very John Stewart. Right?
Sure. Yeah. That's
John
good.
Stewart, the Green Lantern. I mean, not the Daily Show.
So how crazy? Fucking crop circles.
This crazy. This much crazy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, very crazy.
Crop circles that are giving us equations for free energy. One of the crop circles I didn't show you in there, check this out. If you're a fan of some of the other shows that we've done where we've talked about the Anunnaki, who Sumerians believe were the race that created human beings, there is a crop circle that when decoded in binary says Enki. Enki is the Anunnaki who created human beings, and it's built into a crop circle as a message.
Oh, what the fuck?
Fucking weird. Scary stuff.
Yeah. So Janie, the lovely Janie said, this is so true. We're missing daylight.
Yeah.
And then Miss Michael Domino said, always love the news from Les. I know he's a gem. It's my favorite. It's my favorite segment of the show.
Yeah, news is fun.
It's always something. It's new information to me. I don't have to curate it, or I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a good, fun little break from whatever we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is usually
But,
brilliant, amazing shit.
If we're moving on from today's main topic, I want to reiterate one more time. I chose three people, 3 stories. We all know Nikola Tesla, who died penniless in a hotel.
Hold on, yes. Don't say, guys, maybe you didn't hear me before, but if you can, please look up when Nikola Tesla died. What decade he died?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. We forgot about that question we put out there. Definitely answer that in the chat. I'm not going to say anything about it, but he died. He pretty much died alone with nothing, but his inventions. All of his inventions, all of the plans that he had amassed for all of the different things he's built over the years, all of it was taken by the FBI the night he died. The FBI raided his house when he was dead, or his hotel room that he lived in.
They knew he had the fucking...
And took all the goods. They did. They took all the goods. And this guy, he was one of the he did wireless energy, free wireless energy. So even though the government didn't have him murdered, they had him cast out, no investments, and this was the financial community.
Alicia is absolutely correct. It was the 1940s, 1947 to be precise.
So
Good
that's,
job, Alicia.
I consider Tesla one of those that was who died knowing things that he could have used to change the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was intentional that his inventions
Absolutely.
didn't see the light of day.
Absolutely.
So he's another one. I've got so many. So yeah, if you guys are interested, put it in the chat, do some comments. If you want to know a few more, we can talk about them on another episode or something. But this list is fucking long. It's a long list. And it's sad. I found a guy who cured cancer with sound waves. And then another guy who followed his work and did the same thing. And another guy who followed his work and did the same thing. They held a dinner to, this was in the 40s, I think. They held a dinner to celebrate the end of all illness and disease. This was the medical community held this dinner because a man figured out he could kill diseases, kill infections in the body without affecting any of the bodily tissue with just resonant sound frequencies, cured several types of cancers, killed every sickness, illness. And once the scientific community, medical community saw what he was up to, they celebrated him as the man who ended all disease. And where is that? Why aren't we using it? Cancer is a $17 billion a year industry.
That's why.
Is it worth ending cancer for these companies?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No.
This technology is also very inexpensive. It's just frustrating. There's so many of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's so many examples.
Yeah.
So Janie has a joke. She said, first of all, she said, you told us not to look it up, Cameron. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I have a joke, she said. What do you give a sick bird? What do you give a sick bird? It has to be something like with the sound they make, or like a. What sound do
okay,
birds
yeah,
make?
I see what you're saying. Oh, you give it.
What sound do birds make? Tweet. Tweet. What do you give a sick bird?
What are some medicines?
It's like Tylenol,
That's
but
what I'm
tweet it
saying.
all
Yeah,
or something.
That's
Yeah,
where
it's
I've
gonna
been
be a joke
going
like
with
that.
it. Yeah. I'm just trying to think. I was like Advil, Tylenol,
Tweedatussin. Yeah, I don't know.
Ibuprofen. Robitussin. Robotweet. No, you can't do
I
that
said
one.
that and it didn't sound
Oh,
good.
Robintessin? No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, go ahead. Tell us.
Yeah, Janie, let us know. And then it is sick with the bird flu. That's funny because I was thinking bird flu too. Chirp.
That's not an
Oh,
answer.
no. Chirp is a sound. She was because there's a delay, so she was saying the sound they make. So chirp. Oh, chirp. That could be fuck.
I don't know.
Chirp and all. I don't know. So
Well,
Janie will let us know.
whenever she gets to it.
Yeah. So okay, next segment,
Go on.
baby.
Yep.
We got the over under. So what that is we pick either an overrated movie or an underrated movie. This week we're doing underrated.
Yes.
And my choice, drum roll please. Still haven't added a drum roll. There we go.
All right.
My choice is Zveyev Zagan.
Such a good movie.
No.
It's one of the best movies ever made. And anytime I try to talk to somebody about this movie, they don't know what it is. They've never freaking seen it.
No one knows what this fucking perfect movie is.
It's perfect. It is.
I
It's
know.
perfect.
It's insane that these people don't
Perfect.
understand the
So well
brilliance.
written, so well acted. The fact that this guy isn't like one of the biggest stars in the world.
Ryan Philippe?
Yeah.
I know.
What's up with that? He's
I
so
don't know,
brilliant.
bro. I don't
Is it? I think I have a theory actually. It's
Talk to
because he
me.
put celery in his ass and waddled around in MacGruber. But no, his career
No, his
wasn't.
career was dead
Yeah,
before
before that. I mean,
MacGruber.
I think he did that because he had to. Unfortunately, yeah. Why was he ousted? Is it because people liked his ex-wife more?
Reese?
Yeah, and that made some. Why? He's so good, and this movie proves it. He's the man, and every chick loves Cruel Intentions.
Tweetment.
Great movie.
Tweetment.
Yeah, you gotta give him tweetment. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Of course.
that's a good joke. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I
might
liked
use
it.
that.
Yeah, so my choice is The Way of the Gun. So let me
Yeah.
explain a thing or three. Ready? So The Way of the fucking Gun. So it stars Ryan Philippe and Benicio del Toro, right? And it's
James
written-
Caan.
Yep, James Caan's in it. That's right. Very good call.
Was it Tay Diggs?
Tay Diggs is in it. Very true.
He's so good, too.
yes.
What
So-
about the main chick? She's amazing.
Oh, Julia
Juliette
Lewis.
Yeah.
That's right. Fuck.
Just
man.
an all-star cast. I just want the audience to, if you haven't seen this movie.
No,
it's
yeah,
no
please.
joke.
Yeah, no, appreciate it.
It was meant to be.
So
made.
check it out. Oh my god, I love that. A tweet, man. That's great. So this movie, written by Christopher McQuarrie, the same guy who wrote The Usual Suspects.
Oh, it's the best movie.
One of the greatest written movies ever. And then he also Christopher McQuarrie also
How do you shoot the devil in the back?
Yeah.
What if you miss? He's
So
so
good.
genius. And he walks out of there.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Like the end of Scary Movie again. We're referencing Scary Movie. But,
and I'm feeling
it's
good.
doofy. And then he just fucking stud. So good. But so written by Christopher McQuarrie. Okay. So he written and directed by McQuarrie. So he wrote The Usual Suspects. It was directed by Bryan Singer. It's funny, Bryan Singer directed it and Kevin Spacey starred in it, and they're both like pedophilic freaks that are ousted from Hollywood now. But
unfortunately,
they were
for
talents
Spacey,
for the time.
He's a monster.
He was so good. He was so good. Too bad he's a psychopath, fucking hitting on little boys. Ugh.
Okay.
Anyway, also Christopher McQuarrie wrote and directed Mission Impossible Fallout.
Okay. Good one.
The best one.
You
my
think so?
favorite. Oh my
It's
god!
really good,
by
yeah.
a fucking long shot too. What's the other one? Right before Fallout is
the first one with that same villain.
Exactly. Oof. Yeah. What is that called?
Ghost Protocol?
No, that's before that. Mission Impossible 5, because it was Rogue Nation.
Okay.
Fucking A, that's right. Rogue Nation.
Okay.
If only we had a producer here to look shit up for us. But she gone. And so wrote and directed Rogue Nation. Wrote and directed fucking Fallout. My two favorite Mission Impossibles.
That's cool. I didn't know he was the guy that wrote this. This is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it was well written. I just didn't know who.
Oh my God, brilliantly written. So this movie is so clever, so smart, so well done. There's stuff that you don't even notice until like your fucking 20th viewing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
You got to watch it 100 times.
Yeah, you have to, because it's one of those movies where you're like, oh, there's so much.
And what about bullet count? Remember we did that thing where we counted every single bullet that left every gun, and it was perfect.
It was to the
every reload was necessary. Every shotgun shell was. I mean, they perfectly did that. It was cool.
Just to give you guys a sweet little taste of this movie, the opening scene.
Ooh,
it's all you
this will
need.
get us banned on YouTube real quick.
It might get us age restricted, and I'll cut it out. But
okay, I think it's a great scene though.
It's a fucking great.
And
scene.
because Sarah Silverman is a goddess, this woman
she wasn't
brilliant.
No, and back then she wasn't anybody.
She was an up and coming comic. Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't the fucking powerhouse that she is now.
No, she wasn't doing Pixar films.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, and she wasn't dating Kimmel. She was nobody at this point.
Maybe that was when she was dating Kimmel.
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is pre-Kim. All right, y'all ready for the dopest shit? This scene. By the way, viewer discretion advised. It is very vulgar.
Viewer discretion advised. Yeah,
for sure. It's vulgar and it's aggressive.
Yep.
But
could be triggering. There's domestic violence.
Some harm. Yeah, to females. It's not the best.
But it's Sarah Silverman, right? It's meant to be done comically. If
and
that helps.
I hate that trigger warning shit. It's a movie, guys. Get used to it.
Right, it's just a fucking movie.
Get over it. All right, ready?
Everyone
and
involved is
Bijan.
Yeah.
No, that's the best. As big as I want it, I do want to see our faces.
Oh shoot.
Hey, yeah, you get up.
Could you imagine doing this?
Get off the fucking car.
Am I just sitting on someone's car while the alarm's going off?
fucking car. Hey, fucksuck. Get your slippery fucking ass off the fucking car.
Listen to me. Get off the fucking car with your fucking ass.
Shut that cunt's mouth before I come over there and fuck shot her head.
I couldn't hear it. I only heard you.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. Don't
All
keep
right,
going.
well,
No.
I gotta
Keep going.
redo
Keep
it.
going. No, I don't want to hear it twice.
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and fuck start her head.
Jesus. I like there's people laughing in the line.
Yeah.
Go. Well, yeah. Come on,
Fuck
dude.
Yeah, you're my girlfriend.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
that girl.
Yeah, he doesn't want
And they're
any of
loving
this.
it.
My boyfriend's gonna fuck you up. After that, while he's fucking up your
fucking gay uncle over there.
He starts playing with the symbol.
Yeah, he just fucking twists it. I love it. You like that? You like to fuck boys?
Faggot. You like to ass fuck? Fontanella fucking baby head fuck? Go ahead.
You like to fuck
baby
boys?
head? You like to fuck boys?
She's so good.
Yeah, she's genius.
Not even gay, but
But he'll do it just to fuck you. She's got a big mouth.
But she's not
I say this all the
I'm gonna
time.
whip you silly,
And I'm gonna fuck you stupid. You want to do the man dance?
Do the man dance? First dance is yours.
Punches her in the fucking head. And then Benicio kisses the chick.
Yeah.
She spits in his face and then he steps on her.
It just goes wild from there. What a great idea for an opening scene. Just to show like these two guys don't care
horrible,
about anything or
terrible fucks
anyone
who
else.
don't care.
Yeah.
For the record.
And I like that they get the shit beat out of them. It's not like they win.
Deservedly so,
They
yeah.
deservedly get the shit kicked out of them for this. But it's like that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Woo.
And then it gets
Rough
into the
scene,
movie.
so good.
I know.
Best intro.
He says, for the record, my name will call me Mr. Long or Mr. Parker. My associate, Mr. Longback.
Felicity liked that one.
Oh, Felicity. Yeah. Oh, she knows that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, very good movie. That scene is funny, but the whole tone of the film is just unexpected.
Brilliant. It's so
there's
good. It's
mafia
so
shit
smart.
going on. There's kidnapping for money. There's these criminals that are really just trying
The
to
screenplay.
They're either going to get a big score or they're going to die. They've made peace with
This
that.
is-
It's one
yeah.
or the other.
And
Yeah.
there's so many quotable, like good lines. And it's no attachments. You know,
No character is safe.
Yeah, no character safe. No attachments. What does he say? He says, like moving along, keeping it going. Survival is the ultimate monkey. Whatever
Yeah,
he said. It's
exactly.
so good. Just and they sell their blood just to get by.
Yeah,
to
no
get gas,
attachments,
to
no
drive.
possessions.
No attachments.
Yeah.
No attachments. No
They just
possessions.
drive around and look for the next score.
A
That's it.
pound of blood will get you $60. A shot of cum, $2,000. So good, the movie. Anyway, so I think that is the most underrated movie of the week.
It might be. It's not enough people know it. And if you haven't seen it, please, you'll
Do
enjoy
yourself
it.
a favor,
If you like
kid.
yourself some good rated R action.
So, Jared, you have your own underrated movie.
Yeah, I think this movie, I don't know, it was super well received. I think a lot of people have seen it, unlike The Way of the Gun, but I don't know if enough people really
appreciate
how perfect it is and dive into it as deeply as you and I have.
Oh my
I'm talking
God,
about the
yeah.
first Sin City.
Brilliance.
Frank Miller's Sin City. Directed by Robert Rodriguez. This movie, I did not read the graphic novel, even though I'm a fan of comics and such. No idea what it was going to be about, and I liked that. I grew up in Vegas, so to me, the idea of Sin City, I thought maybe it took place in. No. They built in a dark place,
Sin City.
yeah, called Sin City for a reason, right? What I love about it and what I think is underappreciated is the dialogue. The banter,
Absolutely.
the way that they've combined both modern and retro
timeless. It's
diction.
timeless.
It makes it timeless.
All cars these days look like electric razors.
Yeah.
Is he talking about the 40s, the 50s, the 2010s?
You could take any line or any interaction out of this film, and it could stand on
Any
its own as a
decade.
quote. It could stand on its own. Every
Oh,
line.
absolutely.
The beginning of this film, and I want to play the intro if you don't mind playing it.
Got you.
So not knowing anything about the movie, right? I'm in the theater. The scene opens. It's got Josh Hartnett, great actor,
Yeah.
talking to this woman on a balcony, offering her a cigarette. He knows all these things about her.
I got that scene right here.
Yeah, and let's play the scene. And,
Yeah.
and to me, I thought that this scene was going to inform the entire film.
Yeah.
But it's siloed. It's its own thing just to set the tone of what we're about to witness. So yeah, play this opening scene.
Oh my God. Alicia just told me that it has a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's very underappreciated.
That
then.
is
This
so that's
yeah.
underrated.
This is
Alicia,
truly underrated.
Alicia, if you don't mind, I love you so much. If you would look up, I mean, we can, or Miss Michael Domino can, or somebody. If you would look up what
She knows
Sin
what you're
City
asking.
got.
Yeah. No, not Sin City. What Way of the Gun has on.
She already did 45.
Oh, I thought she was talking about Sin City.
Oh, I presume she was talking about. 'cause
Oh,
there's
she could
a
be. But
delay.
play the intro, man. She heard us.
She heard us. All right.
I just want to
ready?
make sure we get to everything. We're out of
Vision.
time. Boom! Oh! Yeah, and also, so to
he's
me,
a hit man.
Yeah, I'm like, wait. So the movie's not about them, or he
Nope.
just killed her. He's in love.
go.
And then
Yep.
you start dissecting that scene. You're like, wait, she had no idea who he was. So he's been watching her from a distance because he's going to kill her. And in watching her, he fell in love with what makes her beautiful and special. And before killing her, he wants to tell her all of these feelings and all of these things he's noticed about her. But he noticed them because he has to kill her.
It's a sick, because
Very
he's been
sick.
following her,
Yeah.
and learning her movements.
So to
and
hold her
everything.
close and
It's
tell her
nuts.
I'll protect you while killing her.
BRM said boom because we both at the same time.
Boom!
Yeah.
For
Boom!
real. That is
Yeah.
a boom moment. Yeah,
For
so
sure. And then
every word of dialogue.
Yeah, and then Felicity said Josh Hartnett, everything
Fire.
he's in, fucking.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then what else we got? Alicia was talking about The Way of the Gun. It got fucking 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb, and it got a fucking 40.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But I get it because nobody's ever really seen it. So I could see that.
Cameron, you're hilarious. Janie, thank
doing
you
all
so
the
much.
doing all the dialogue.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I
super
know
creepy.
That whole movie, word for word. Creepy. Yeah, Tina. Okay, so
Yeah.
use TBRM.
The new Puss in Boots has 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's great. Yeah. So the new Puss in Boots, stack that writing, acting concept up against Sin City, even just the first scene we saw. And Cameron actually told me the first scene is how they sold the movie, right?
Exactly.
So
right.
yeah,
So
they create the
Robert
first.
Rodriguez. I'm sorry, just real
No,
quick. Yeah.
go ahead.
So Robert Rodriguez filmed that scene and showed it to a bunch of production companies, a bunch of studios, and that's how he got the movie sold.
Yeah.
They said,
I would have bought it in a second.
You're gonna make this?
Yeah, it's genius.
A feature length film, anything that has anything to do with this, with the eyes lighting up
Yeah.
and the action, and he had because he's worked with her before, didn't work with Hartnett before, but got Hartnett on, worked with starts with an M,
Yeah.
forgetting her name, but they both signed on and boom, greenlit the movie. Quentin Tarantino guest directed. Great choice. So
Yeah, but
based,
how much do we know about those characters just from those few sentences? I feel like I know everything about his
Her
character,
life story,
everything
his
about
life
his story.
story.
Yeah, it's just genius.
I
And
know her
just
life
from a few
story from
sentences.
what he said.
Cool.
I see a crazy calm. Like she's a prostitute. She's running from something, obviously the mob.
Yep.
She fucked up. She did something wrong.
That's who hired him,
And that's
why
who
he
hired
knows.
him to kill
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And we get that from that.
Just from that.
that
From a romantic
from-
interaction.
And exactly right. I was just gonna say from
It's brilliant.
a well written. She shivers in the wind like the last leaf on a dying tree. Genius. And then when he hugs her, what does he say? He says, "She's soft and warm and almost weightless.
Yeah.
Her perfume is sweet promise that brings tears to my eyes." Who writes like that? Frank fucking
Love
Miller.
it.
That's who. Frank fucking Miller.
Yeah.
Damn it, Cameron! I was watching you, not the
Yeah,
movie.
she likes your reenactments better than the film, I think.
Janie's so funny, dude.
But yeah, good shit, man. So
so
that
good.
was
So-
mine. I thought that movie could use a little bit more love.
So I agree. So you guys, you in the audience, you are the ones who just witnessed both opening scenes to the movies. I know it doesn't give a lot of context, but I would love for you guys to vote. Please vote in the chat. Which movie do you think is more underrated? I say, of course, The Way of the Gun, especially now that I'm hearing that IMDb score and that
And
Rotten
they might
Tomatoes
not
score.
even have seen it. That's the thing. Most
But no,
people haven't.
so just based off
Yeah.
those two scenes,
But
which
that
are
should
glorious.
win, I would imagine.
I missed him killing her. Oh yeah, he shoots her. It's you don't really see him do it, but you just hear
You hear the
gun,
silencer make a whisper of the
and
gunshot.
then he says, "The silencer makes a whisper of the gunshot." I hold
Very
her close
cool.
until she's gone.
All right, man.
So good.
What we
Yeah.
else? I know we had something else we wanted to get to before the end.
So there was another ad break, and a quick.
We could
ad
do that
break.
right at the very end. If there's
Okay.
something we want to get to.
So that was that was mostly it, my guy. We could watch a few shorts.
Yeah, throw a couple shorts,
And then the
just in
ad
case there's
break,
anything
and then-
good. Yeah, and a big thank you to everybody, in the audience that's been watching the shorts and commenting on the shorts and liking the shorts. They seem to be getting out there. You guys like those types of concepts and love hearing those little factoids. So thank you so
our
much.
shorts are doing really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's pretty good. Pretty cool stuff. So
yeah, share, please. Like and share this stuff.
Yeah,
let's build this audience. I love the conversation today. Look at it. We've got like 6-7 people helping inform the show today. That's amazing.
Yep, and they add to it and they inform the show, like you just said. Very well said. Yeah, absolutely. So let's watch some MF and YouTube, baby.
I'm down.
All right. So, excuse me.
We're going to Vegas. Yeah, we're gonna go to Vegas. You fucking go and you take $1,000, and you don't take $1,000 and say, taking $1,000 because I'm gonna go fucking gamble and I'm gonna win. You're like, this is what I'm willing to lose.
Yeah, that's
so all
how
three
you
of you
gotta
will go
think.
sit at
That's
the
how you have to
fucking
think.
table.
You're not
Excuse
from
me,
here.
Waitress, you're gonna
He's
get
right.
fucking beers. You already got 4 beers in you. You're not even paying attention. You're not playing by the fucking rules. You're staying on fucking 16s when she's got a fucking 10 because you're just there to have fun. I'm not there to have fun. And I don't want their fucking liquor.
baby.
I'm there to win. And if I bet $75,000 and I win 2 fucking hands, I leave. I just won $150,000.
Yeah.
That's the
It
way to
might
do
take
it.
me 3 hours. It might take me 3 seconds.
Yeah.
No matter how long it takes me, I'm leaving.
And that's not guaranteed. Please don't think that that's going to happen
Yeah,
to you.
guys.
Don't take your last $75,000 to Vegas. Pause it real quick. You remember we used to have the Vegas Shuffle, we called it? So
Absolutely.
Yeah, so growing
We
up in
put-
Vegas,
Yeah.
there's a few little, tricks you learn growing up.
Little
And if
tricks
you
of the
if you visit
trade.
Vegas often, you probably know this, but we used to call it the Vegas Shuffle because we were young and broke.
That sort of, it doesn't exist anymore because they're on top of it. At
Oh, it
casinos,
doesn't
you can
exist
still
anymore,
get away
no,
with it.
yeah.
Being a gaming bartender,
Not
I know
in
for sure.
not in those bars, but
No,
it still
yeah.
works on the strip. So pretty much you go up to a bar. You can go to a very expensive bar if you want, or if you're trying to meet people or hang out or have fun, you can go to an expensive bar as long as it has gaming. Throw a $20 bill in that machine.
Yep.
Make sure that you play a hand on max bet.
Yep.
And order a drink.
Yep.
And then do that again when you're ordering
Then
your
you
next
wait,
drink.
and then you don't
Yeah.
fucking touch anything.
Nothing.
Until they come around again. You can pretend.
You
talk
might
to
even
your
win.
friends. You
Yeah.
might hit.
But that drink was probably $20.
Yep. You wait for them to come around again, and as soon as they do, you order another drink. You
Yeah.
hit play again, and they're like, "Yeah, he's playing. He's max bet.
Yep.
All right, cool."
Especially in casinos. Now, local bars different because they're watching for that,
Yeah.
and there's not a lot of people there. They have the time.
And I've
Casinos don't
I've
care.
seen people that try to pull the Vegas
Of
shuffle
course.
on me. Like, you think I don't know?
Yeah.
That I invented.
Yeah, you
the
played
Vegas
$1,
shuffle,
bro.
baby.
But in the casinos where most of our audience would probably end up going if they visit, dude, you can pull that all night long.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, and you might even win fucking money
I know.
and drink completely for free. But if $20 gets you 4 or 5 drinks at a casino in
Winning.
Vegas,
Yeah.
you saved yourself $100. Easy. It's crazy how expensive it is on the strip. So just wanted to throw the Vegas Shuffle out there in case you come here.
Watch everybody that comes and visits Vegas, and they go and play, and you see just numbers like drop dramatically. They're like, why are our liquor costs through the roof, and our drop is so low? What happened?
Thousands of people.
The
just-
podcast that never sleep.
Exactly.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, fight
those
the power.
monsters. Fight the power.
We got this.
There's a difference between a snitch and a rat. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
There is. So before we get into it, do you know the difference between a snitch and a rat in prison?
In prison.
In prison, yeah.
Yeah, so let me think about this because no, I don't offhand, but I might be able to surmise. So in
Surmise.
prison, if you're a rat, that means that you're turning on your own. Whereas a snitch is someone who is turning on or is giving up information about just whoever.
A snitch is giving information on someone on the outside. A rat is giving information on people on the inside.
Okay, so I was close on
No,
your.
you were right on.
yeah.
You were dead on. Yeah. But let's see what they say.
So a snitch is just you did what you had to do on the outside. Maybe you took a deal. It's still you'll get a beat down. You'll
And
have
a
to
rat,
probably be in protective
you're ratting
custody.
on the
That's what we call having a
inmates.
jacket.
Gotcha.
A jacket it means you have bad
Cool. It's a big
paperwork. That means you're either
Yeah, jacket means you have bad paperwork. Bad
Yeah,
papers
yeah.
means so anything with kids, anything involving kids.
yeah.
Yeah, anything involving like
Which good. You know
yeah,
what?
Oh fucking
You
A
know
right.
what?
They got to go to what's it called? Where you're alone.
PC.
Yeah, protective custody. Yeah, they can't be in Gen Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly. And by the way, Johnny Mitchell, fuck Johnny Mitchell. I love you, should be on the podcast, but fuck you, Johnny Mitchell. He started his podcast a day after ours, and his shit blew up.
Oh wow, good for him. Congrats.
Congratulations. Yeah, no.
Shout out to you, man.
Shout out to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't forget to tip your bartender. Yes, Janie.
Yeah, that's smart.
absolutely right.
Good advice.
Absolutely right. Even during the Vegas Shuffle.
Oh no, you have to tip. Sorry,
it's-
rewind Vegas
yeah.
Shuffle. You do tip. If you're gonna pull this move, you will tip.
Facts.
You will. Okay. Going on.
A
And they'll
snitch,
take care
or
of you.
you're
Trust me.
got a crime. That's having a jacket. But a rat is when you're running in prison, working, doing dirt, and you're informing on, your crew. And that's going to get you tagged up. That's you're going to be killed.
And that's just in prison. Like you could be a rat out on the
No,
streets as well.
snitching on the street, it doesn't call immediately for you getting killed in prison. Like if you're a bank robber and you're out there robbing banks with a dude and you took a deal and might have informed on him, and you go to prison, you hit the
You don't
yard,
got a jacket.
you might get a beat down, or
Right.
you might just be shunned. It's not a death sentence. If we're running dope in prison and I get jammed up and I tell the whole bro, it's a wrap.
So there's a difference between a snitch and
So
a rat.
he talks about prison. Is that his show?
Yes, so he was a former drug kingpin,
Oh,
and he went to prison for some time, and then he came out and he started a pod.
So he's Johnny Depp in prison. Remember when he would teach all the other inmates about how to smuggle cocaine? Half the time I'll teach you about this George Washington character, and the other half I'll tell you how
do
to
it like Johnny Depp though. So half the time I'll teach you about George Washington.
Yeah.
The other half of the time I'll teach you about smuggling drugs.
So I'll teach us, 100 pounds of grass over the border.
You get 100 pounds of pure Colombian, or 100 kilos
Disco
of pure
shit.
Colombian disco shit. You take that, you move it. I don't know. Johnny Depp, I guess
did
that's the
sound
best
like
I could
it.
do. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's the closest
I'll
you
take it.
can get.
Thank
I don't
you.
think
I'll
because
take
that's
it.
not even his real voice.
Yeah, right?
You know,
he actually talks like this.
he does.
Yeah. Amber, enough is enough. You shit on my bed, and I've had it up
I
to
said
here.
last time was the last time. This is like ridiculous.
This is last time.
Yeah.
And there's not going to be a last
I'll take you to court.
Yeah.
I'll talk about this.
You
Yeah.
would. You don't have the balls.
Could you
little
imagine that
faggot,
conversation?
Ferris, and Jesus.
Whoa.
Amber, relax.
Yeah.
You
Amber.
monster.
Relax.
No, she wasn't. She spoke to him like that. She said the most horrible
Oh,
shit.
I know. Yeah. I didn't want to watch the trial. It was too disgusting.
Oh, she's a horrible creature. A horrible
It's
creature.
not worth it to me. I'd rather watch whatever this is. It's
Your
grandma.
oh my God.
Robot grandma.
That's what's his name's mom? Oh,
I
it
don't
says it. Damn it. Yeah, Scorsese's mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's in a lot of his movies. My favorite cameo of hers is in Casino, when she's the mom of the grocery owners. He's like the mob boss in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And he's talking, and they bugged the whole place.
Yeah.
And he's like, those fucking and she's like, the cursing and that.
I remember,
So
yeah.
good, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, but this scene in Goodfellas is great too, where they come and visit, and she's like, eat. They have a fucking dead body in the trunk.
Yeah.
Films. And to her, she perceived it as my son's making a film, and these are my son's friends.
How are you? I haven't seen you so long.
It wasn't De Niro, it wasn't
She's
Joe
so
Pesci,
good.
it wasn't. the
She's so
level of,
good.
these incredible actors.
Oh,
it was
that's
literally my son's
sweet.
friend.
They knew each other very well.
And the painting, them talking about the painting, the one's looking left, one's looking right. It's so good.
Well, Katie
The best
had
movie.
cooked
My favorite
endlessly
movie.
for
Yeah,
them.
we-
And
I
all
think we're gonna
Marty
talk a
does
little
is
bit
he just
about
turns
this
his mother on. He says,
sometime
"Action,"
soon.
That's it.
We should.
Get yourself a nice girl.
Because we're in Vegas, baby.
I don't need a girl. I got you, ma. Huh?
We're in Vegas.
Yeah, the Mecca.
I think we should get into some of this stuff soon.
You know we will.
Get yourself a girl so you could settle down. That's what I
settle down almost every night, but then in the morning I'm free. I love you. I want to be with you.
The only direction he gave her was pick up the painting, mother.
So
and then
funny.
she improvised the great lines, just amazing.
One is going east and the other one is going west. So what?
He
That's
was a
great.
really
She's so good.
director. He
Yeah.
would just put her in the scene because he knew she was the perfect thing.
That's his
to make
mom. I
Bob
mean,
and
come on.
Joe
She's gonna have a little bit of that in her.
What's the matter? You
Ray
don't-
Liotta, rest in power, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, he was great.
My mother acts in them a number of films.
And a number of films. Is that John Jones? No.
You came here for a reason. You came here to kick my ass. Let's go. You think I didn't come down here? You think I
Boxing coach teaches a bully a
A
lesson.
lesson in the ring. Yeah.
I would hope you did do research. You never had this before? No, I have not.
Oh, you could tell this guy in the blue
Oh!
knows nothing. Yeah.
Oh!
Hands up, bub. Hands up.
Oh!
Hands up, buddy. What are you doing?
One more time.
Hands up.
Come on. Yeah, he's trying to act like he doesn't need to. He's
Yeah,
so
put your
good. He's so
guard up.
tough. He doesn't have to
Yeah.
put his hands up.
No, he's just following the lead. So what the boxing coach is doing is, and people, and this happens in everyday life, people emulate your movement. So if I do this,
Yeah.
odds are you'll do this. If
Yeah.
I do this, you'll start doing that. So in fighting, you do that. And
Yeah.
you start doing that. So you drop your hands, and they tend to start dropping their hands, and then you can fucking.
That's weird. I would think that a fighter wouldn't do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, ideally your training kicks in.
Yeah.
And it's sort of muscle memory, but it happens all the time, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah, and those are the people who lead the fights, and like
that's
when the other
Ali
ones
used to do that stuff.
Ali used to do everything, man. He was so good. He was so good.
He'd put his hands down, put his face in front of you, like, come on, come on.
I can't believe he beat George Foreman. That was the craziest fight, dude.
I know. That's good stuff.
Because Foreman was a king.
So he already knocked the guy out once, or knocked him down at least.
Knocked him down, yeah.
Come on, let's work. Let's work.
There's another knockdown.
It's not going well, bud. Oh, it's
yeah,
not
just
going
running.
well.
Fucking. At least he had his guard up.
Yeah.
I wanted to challenge the coach. That's not what gym is. That's not what boxing is about, man. You can't come in. You have to be humble when you walk in the boxing.
Yeah.
I think I came down here for no reason.
This is why the attacks on September 11th
This guy's
worked.
so
Because we
smart.
had a policy that if someone wants to hijack a plane, you follow their instructions.
Kat,
and do not
finally,
deny
she's
them
here.
their
What up?
requests. Because the assumption
Where's M? You said you and M are watching. I hope you and M are both watching.
Yeah.
was
I saw her up there.
that if you
Oh, did
deny
you?
their requests, they will start harming people. And if you follow their requests, it will delay when they harm them, if they harm them at all, and maybe everyone will end up safe.
Post 9/11,
It was
yeah, they
not
don't
in the
open the
game
cockpit.
plan that they would crash the plane on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
So, September 12th, you will never again be able to
My
do
birthday.
that to an American plane. Forget the extra X-rays that we're doing. A pilot will never relinquish the cockpit ever
never.
again. No matter who they're torturing in the back of the plane. No matter
Executing
what
one
they're
by
doing,
one? Nope.
even if
Yeah.
they're shooting people one by one, because the plane going down takes everybody out.
Yeah.
So
Exactly right.
that was a pretty easy door to close, literally and
Literally.
figuratively, but
he's
no
saying
one
everything
saw
I'm
it
saying.
coming. This is why the attacks on September 11th
So
worked.
fucking good.
Because we had
Crazy.
a
I saw, there was, they practiced flying planes here in Vegas, North Las Vegas Airport. Some of the terrorists actually practiced flying and learned how to fly planes here in Vegas.
Bastards.
Yeah.
We let him.
There's video of it and stuff. It's son of a bitch. Yeah,
Son
it
of a
sucks.
bitch. They're holding a box cutter and like aiming towards
Yeah,
the
I wonder
ground.
if they.
We're like, I wonder what they're up to.
Yeah.
But we were just talking about something on the phone yesterday. I know the pyramid stuff, but we were talking about something, and I wanted to touch on it because it was such a fun conversation. Do you remember what we were discussing?
We get into a lot of
Dude,
fun
we
stuff.
talked for like
man.
30 minutes. I even said, remember I said, dude, I wish we fucking recorded this because it was so good.
You said it had something to do with pyramids?
No, that was one of the things. I don't want
Oh.
to touch on that, though. There was other stuff that we mentioned throughout the
Okay.
course of the conversation.
Shoot. If you have any keyword or anything, I might be able to pull it out. Like
Yesterday's conversation.
No, dude. Like
Okay,
I said,
that
we
doesn't
covered
help.
way too much.
Yeah.
Do you remember the subject matter?
No, I don't. But it was what were we talking about? We were just bullshitting. I mean, we were talking about the channel. We were doing our production meeting, and then we just started getting into nonsense.
I was talking about free energy. Oh, you don't want to talk about the pyramid thing?
No. No. The fact that you think possibly pyramids could be water purification, that's fucking nuts. But yeah, it was before we got into the whole talking about the Younger Dryas and all that.
Oh, we were talking about the obvious difference of some of the pottery and some of the artifacts found in ancient Egypt. How you'll have these, they'll build like a statue of a lion or
amazing
and it's like
works of
laser
art.
cut. It's perfectly
I told you that
symmetrical.
I told you that one. It's a jaguar or something, and you can at the certain light you can see its ribs.
Yeah.
And then carved into it like with a stone was the Egyptian
Exactly, yeah.
hieroglyphs. But
So
it
they
wasn't that.
took something they found and then they wrote their hieroglyphics on it. They didn't actually create the thing itself, and it's obvious in the difference of tools. And I mean, there's ways to measure this stuff, but just looking at it, it's physically obvious.
Yeah, I want to do an episode on the
sure.
on Egypt for sure.
Yeah,
because we have so much fucking info
Oh my
about
God,
that.
yeah.
But there's something we're talking about. Anyway, what's your favorite movie of all time? You know mine. What's mine?
I don't have a favorite movie of all time. I think yours is Casino.
You're so bad at this.
No, it is.
It's
It's one of
Goodfellas,
these.
brother.
Oh,
It's
that's what I meant. It's the same to me. Those
You can't say
movies.
that's what I meant. They're two different films.
It's true though. I kind of consider all those like mob movies. I'll say the wrong names, but
okay.
I knew
so
it was one of
Casino,
those.
Goodfellas, and what are the other that you confused?
That's it. The one with Pacino and Johnny Depp. Those three.
Donnie Brasco.
Yeah. So those three movies to me are kind of
I
like
thought you were gonna
all
say
of the
maybe a
good.
Bronx Tale or something.
Yeah, that one too. So there's four.
Okay.
No, but I mean, I'll confuse them sometimes. That's all.
Okay,
I knew it was one of those mob films.
So if you don't, so if you don't have a favorite movie,
No.
top like something was a movie in your top 10. Let's go. Where the gun in Sin City? No, let's go.
I'd want to think about it. It's a bad question, honestly. Because
a
I
bad
love
question.
so many
Fuck you.
movies. It is. It's a bad question on the spot. It's not a good. I can't answer on the
What's
spot.
a movie you enjoy watching?
That's not Marvel or.
What's a movie you enjoy watching?
I like watching the Marvel movies as they come out. I like watching the Marvel shows as they come out.
Okay, what's a movie? Name a movie.
I just haven't been watching movies lately. I really haven't.
What show you been up to, bub?
I watch a lot of YouTube stuff.
The Big Lebowski, Goodfellas. These are fucking great films.
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't
audience
put any of
knows.
those in top 10. I would put.
You wouldn't put Goodfellas in your top 10?
It's just, no, I'm not. I love the mob movies. They're not my favorite movies. They're fun. I like them.
And The Big Lebowski's not in your top 10?
No,
Not in your top
I would
15?
not even get up. No,
Have
I
you
wouldn't
seen The
even
Big Lebowski?
once, and I wouldn't even
Okay.
remember it. Yeah,
That's why.
That's why.
'Cause it's
I
fucking
can't throw it up
great.
there. But no, yeah, it's just a bad question for me because I love so
Thank
many
you.
movies.
Princess knew my favorite movie, of course.
Yeah, I knew it was like a mob one. I just didn't know which one it was. And we just talked about Casino.
Right. We just talked about Goodfellas. That was Goodfellas. And we did talk about Casino also.
Okay, yeah.
But
I was gonna say we were talking about Vegas for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have any good movies to bring up. Do you?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's just not something I'm thinking about lately at all, so it's not easy for me. I haven't been watching films. I've been watching some TV shows and a lot of YouTube channels that I like. Yeah, Inception's a great movie. I don't know if it's top 10, but it's one of my faves.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, those are so good.
And, let me think of a non-Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
Memento. No, I'm just kidding. Those are all great movies.
Back to the Future might be one of my favorite movies of all time.
So, by the way, Back to the Future, you know who scored it?
No.
It wasn't John Williams.
No, he did do one of the songs. It's on his album. I have the John Williams album.
No, that's Huey Lewis.
He did that. No, he did one of the songs in it.
But you know who did it?
Which one? Huey Lewis did the theme. Yeah.
The power of love. Yeah, but Alan Silvestri. Do you know who that is?
His name is familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's familiar to you. He also did.
I don't look at
the
people
Avengers
that score,
theme
though that often.
He did the
Oh,
Avengers
cool.
theme.
Yeah.
So you know what's funny is in Endgame when he's like, so Back to the Future's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Alan Silvestri's there scoring that scene, and he's like, "Wait, that's my movie."
Oh, that's cool. Cool little connection.
Cool little
Yeah.
connection. So, anything else? Any other knowledge you want to drop? Any other ideas? You got any other things you want to say?
So much stuff. We'll get to more. We're gonna do another episode of Crash Talk.
in
So
2
we'll dive into some stuff. Anything we missed here might get brought up there.
Sure
a couple more
will.
names. A couple more
The
inventions.
Godfather. Yes, the Janie. Absolutely, The Godfather's fucking magnificent.
Doctor Strange is a good movie. It's not in my top 10. But yeah, no. I love so many movies, man. That's
Who
just the
said
problem.
Doctor Strange?
She said she watched Doctor Strange. Princess. She was just talking about how she watched it. But yeah, so in Crash Talk, I want to talk to you about some more stuff. I'll save it for that because, may as well.
Sure, because that's just that.
Yeah.
A riff sesh. Dope. Okay. So, what are we at? 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's part of the course.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we appreciate the heck out of you.
Yes.
I just got to say this right now. I'm looking at all of you right now. Vegas Vacation's great. I love Christmas Vacation, though. That's my favorite. That's like my family. We all watch that every Christmas. Anyway, so guys, thank you so much. Please make sure right now, right this second, hit that like button. Do not, I will wait.
It's worth it.
Wow, that was actually really quick. That was really impressive.
More episodes means better episodes.
Yeah.
The more we do it, the better it gets.
You
the
actually
more
hit that
content.
like button really quick. But guys, I need you to make sure you're subscribed, and I need you to leave a comment. I'll wait. Wow, that was actually really quick too. I'm very impressed. That was very quick.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
No, that's very impressive.
My
So
hands
guys,
are here.
thank you from all of us at the podcast that never sleeps. From your boy Ja Resurrecta.
Thank you for joining. Always fun to see y'all. Always fun to talk to y'all. Keep an eye out for Crash Talk. Keep an eye out for those shorts. Please share this stuff. Let's build the audience. Let's build the conversation. You guys are in on the ground floor. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And guys, you know, it's your boy. And I love you guys so much. I always appreciate you. You guys are everything. Thank you for watching. You're the dopest. Thank you so much, Ms. Michael Domino, for saying it's a great show.
Miss you too.
We love you and we miss you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All of you. We love you. And from all of us
Thanks,
at
Livewire.
TPTNS, we think you're the best. Thank you, everybody who watched. Top-notch show today. Thank you, D. Livewire. You said it better.
Yeah.
Guys, you rock. Thank you so much.
Yep.
And we're out this piece.
Yep.
Cool beans.
Thanks, Alicia. Thanks, Kat. Thanks, Janie.
Thanks, Alicia, Kat, Janie. Yeah, good. Yeah, all of it. Thanks. Thank you all. Thank you all. You're all great. All right, cool beans.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun.
It's good.
A lot of fun stuff, dude.
Thank you, Chase.
I could have dove into like these guys and some of their inventions and stuff, and some of these other guys. We could do this on another show. I've got so many of these cool inventions.
Yes, and I want to do So Crash Talk, I'm excited for because I got that's just the riff sesh, but also I got for the next episode I think it's gonna be great, and then 2 weeks from